Is that on? All right, good. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. There's champagne, there's bourbon. I don't have anything.
We gon' celebrate and have a good time. It's time to come together.
I still don't have anything.
It's up to you.
That's for me, Bob.
What's your pleasure? Everyone around the world, come on.
Yeah.
It's a celebration.
This is a bad time to mention there's no Christmas bonuses
It's
this
a
year.
celebration.
Spend it on that.
Let's celebrate.
Oh, we ran out of music.
What now?
I don't know. Jake, roll something.
Mr. Chapek,
Yes, Colleen.
you have a phone call.
Okay, yeah. I guess this is my hand. It's upside down. Hello? Uh-huh. 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 Mm-hmm. 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 Well, that's not good. Okay, bye. They say I ruined the magic and now they are letting me know. Is that true? I wasn't aware that was something a person could do. I'm perplexed. I blame that Christine McCarthy for stabbing my back. So who's next? There's nobody here to replace me. I made sure of that. Bob Iger? I know him. That can't be. That's the guy that came right before me with the cardigans and hipster vibes. Those super fans are gonna eat him alive. They said, Bob, pack your bags. I bet these assholes end up bringing back Tom Staggs. Yeah, it's true. I'm a knave. To be fair, I tore this place to pieces. Walt is cheering from his grave. Da 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 da. Oh boy. CEO Bob Iger. Good luck. Oh, CEO Bob Iger.
Colleen, could you get, why does my old office smell like ketchup? Can you please get this guy out of here? Take him to HR.
No!
He needs to be fired.
Fired! Whoa!
from WDWNT Celebration near the Walt Disney World Resort. It's the Bob Chapek Farewell Celebration on WDW News Tonight with Tom Corliss and Nicholas Cicero. Tonight, we kick off WDWNT's 50-hour broadcast to benefit Toys for Tots, the debut of the DFD Food Review Toss, Liquid Magic with Nick and Sabrina. We have one last discussion about the worst CEO in the history of the Walt Disney Company and more. I'm Nicholas Cicero. Now, here's your host, Tom Corliss.
I've stooped to a new low. Don't even have lights. We blew all the light. We broke everything.
Oh, boy. That
We
confetti.
broke everything. There we go.
Yeah, there
it
you
is.
are.
Wow. How was your week?
Great.
There's confetti on the teleprompter. I can't read. Oh. Uh-oh. Jake, I broke something. buddy.
Dope.
Uh-oh. Which one do I need to hit? I don't know. Do you speak another language? You just come do it. You've been on camera now. It's fine. Thank you, Jake. Hello, I'm Tom Corliss, and I don't know what we're going to do on this show starting next week. Gonna find material real fast. But please hit the like button, subscribe if you're really enjoying this nonsense. Usually you could leave a super chat right here on YouTube, and that would be, for us, your donations would be used to recoup the cost of everything we just did. But we are kicking off our 50-hour marathon to benefit Toys for Tots. So those of you who've already super chatted, that's great. I will ask, we want you to not give your money that way to Toys for Tots, though, because YouTube is evil and takes like 40%. So the best way to donate is toys.wdwnt.com. We have a very large goal. Jake, what's the goal this year? 30? It's 30-something thousand. We had a long way to go. There'll be plenty of time over the next 50 hours to talk about what that goal is. But obviously, we're raising money for Toys for Tots, as we do every year, which is a great cause that makes sure that underprivileged kids get a toy this holiday season. So we will contribute those super chats thus far to the cause, but really, we need you to go do it at toys.wdwnt.com. If there is no other way you can do it, and that's the only way, we'll figure it out. We'll make sure that makes the total. But please use that way to donate, or you can take part in the live auctions, which will be taking place at auction.wdwnt.com. We're just getting started. I don't know what do we do for the next 49 hours after that? I don't know.
I don't know. That was great.
I don't know if Eric has enough bourbon for the next 49 hours.
Oh, I'm sure we do.
You think so?
Are you kidding me? Yeah. Yeah, we're good. We got a stash back there. Yeah, we're good.
Stash. We're good. Anyway. Yeah, how was your week?
Great. Yeah, had a fun week. It was busy. Thanksgiving,
How
fun.
was your Thanksgiving?
Yeah, had a good Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Traditional?
Traditional. Yeah. Had good food.
Yeah.
Good food. Good everything. Good drinks. Good time.
I assume you made the drinks.
Of course I did.
And you'll be making drinks tonight.
Yes, I will. I will.
Didn't seem sure of it.
Well, I mean, I don't know how it's gonna go.
You'd be
Pete's
like, here's champagne that they opened at the beginning of the show.
Pete's not here. This is a little nervous for me.
No one's ever had to prepare for Pete not to show up to something, so this has never happened before.
So I'm a little nervous, but I think Sabrina will do a fine job.
I think Sabrina will do great.
Yeah.
As long as we have a pale blonde, everything will be great on Liquid Magic.
We didn't really coordinate, so I'm not sure exactly what she's gonna make, but I'm interested to see what she brings to the table.
Might as well put toast on top of all this confetti at this point. Might as well. Let's get started. Some news?
News.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys have heard this, but Bob Chapek was fired as the CEO. Oh, I've had so many dreams about this, and now it's real. Man, They start like this, and they end really weird, but I won't get into it. But Bob Chapek was fired as CEO of the Walt Disney Company on Sunday night, and his predecessor, Bob Iger, was brought back to take his job. Yeah, on top of this, Chapek didn't even get to go to the Elton John concert. Yeah. He's apparently a big fan of Dua Lipa and Cold Heart. That was his favorite song. The campaign to overthrow now former Disney CEO Bob Chapek, man, that's a good ring to it.
Oh.
Now former CEO Bob Chapek actually began in the summer. Multiple executives approached the Disney board of directors with complaints about Chapek's ability to lead. It turns out that Disney CFO Christine McCarthy was the one who led the charge, in fact, to replace the disliked executive. Yeah. DC and Marvel should take notes for Suicide Squad and the Thunderbolts. This is how you make a villain a hero. This is how you do it. Yeah, and Allison made fun of this poor woman relentlessly on our show. She's so mean. Christine McCarthy got rid of Bob Chapek, and you were picking on her. So mean. So mean. Our hero, Christine McCarthy. She's right. I could lose a few inches. I agree. Cut those portion sizes. The rebellion by so many high-ranking executives within the organization forced the board to show Chapek the door. Sadly, Chapek had sold the door already to offset his streaming losses, but they were already gone. How much was Doogie Kamehameha? How much did we pay for that? The final, it's a show on Disney Plus, look it up. The final straw for company execs was Disney's poor earnings release on November 8th, during which Chapek reported the company's streaming business had lost $1.5 billion during the most recent quarter. Yeah, talk about disenchanted. Although Chapek was only informed of his forced departure from the company on Sunday, sources close to the former CEO, who's close to this guy, claimed that Chapek became aware of the moves against him some weeks ago. However, he was reportedly caught off guard by how fast things happen. I guess that's no surprise when it's the person who greenlit Tron Light Cycle Run. They said, how fast? You could do things this quickly? I had no idea. It's unknown what will happen to Chapek now, but maybe his son can get him a job at Marvel. Have we checked? Is the son still employed at Marvel? Do we know? I don't know. It's a matter of time. Apple doesn't fall far from the tree. A lot of stories about Bob Chapek are starting to be told now. I mean, we've been telling them for years, but a lot of other people are starting to tell Bob Chapek stories now. The Wall Street Journal's latest dive into the crumbling of Bob Chapek's career revealed a telling turning point that ultimately led to the falling out between Chapek and Iger. At the start of the pandemic in early 2020, Chapek wanted to move quickly to lay off thousands of cast members to cut costs, and Iger, still acting as executive chairman, disagreed. And that's because the CARES Act was pending, and Iger wanted those protections in place so the furloughed cast members would qualify for them. Chapek, of course, had no idea what CARE was, neither the act nor the word. So, yeah. Finally, on April 2nd, once the coast was clear, of course, they announced the company-wide furloughs, including most staff at the parks, and even more were furloughed the following year. And at initial onset, Chapek, of course, forfeited 50% of his salary and Iger 100% of his. That pay cut went for a real long time, from March of 2020 to August of 2020. It was real long. And didn't include cutting his bonuses, no. I don't have a joke here. I just wanted to point out what a piece of shit Bob Chapek is. That's all I wanted to do. Disney crew. Children may want to wait before you let your kids watch tonight's show. It's all right, we're raising money for Toys for Tots, so it's okay. It's okay tonight. Disney Cruise Line confirmed the acquisition of a partially completed ship that'll bring the magic of a Disney Cruise Line vacation to new global destinations. Yeah. When I asked where does Disney go to buy a mostly finished ship, they said the Maelstrom Rack. That's where you go. The word on the street is that Disney is going to send this boat exclusively to China, which I think would make this, in fact, the first real big red boat. Oh, we got a lot of communists in the audience tonight. Oh, boy. All the communists here on Black Friday. Ship. All the confetti will be distributed evenly to all of you later in the day. Ship. The ship is expected to have its maiden voyage in 2025 with a passenger capacity of approximately 6,000, which is still more than Rise of the Resistance is doing in a day, I believe. Pack them in this boat. Of course, the boat will be renamed, likely in line with all the other Disney Cruise Line ships, like the Disney Magic, the Disney Wish, the Disney Dream. This one, the Disney Afterthought. Yeah, boy. While Disney didn't say it when they first announced it, the holiday Points of Light show on Spaceship Earth debut tonight ended up being completely themed to Frozen. Yeah. It's gotten to the point where they'll just skip the details as not to be yelled at on social media. What's in it? Christmas things? There's some Christmas music? Yeah, all Frozen. Boy, by the way, happy first anniversary to the free Echo Show 5 equipped with Hey Disney that Destination D attendees were told they'd get. We still don't have them. But happy first anniversary to being told we were going to get them. Still waiting. Actually, what happened is Bob took them all when he left. He just, in order to get by, he's putting them on eBay. It's like quantity, 4,000. Only 4,000 left. Act fast. Tron Light Cycle Run will reportedly be opening in early April of 2023. Yeah. April 1st, in fact. That way, get everyone to go there and then just go, April Fools! Then they'll escape on the railroad, but only one stop. That's as much of the railroad track as they finish. They can get away by one station. See you in the fall. The ride, of course, was announced in 2017 and originally projected to open just before the 50th anniversary of Walt Disney World. Then Walt Disney World didn't have a 50th anniversary because of money. So can we just could Bob Iger's first act be to give us a do-over on the 50th? Like on April 1st, we just start the 50th anniversary again with the things we were supposed to have for it? That'd be great. Come on, Bob, you could do it. You can do anything. I believe in you. They're now giving out free Ziploc bags at the Jungle Cruise, and they're calling them safari sacks. It's not a joke. That's what they're calling it. The safari sack. Yeah. Safari sack. You know. Boy. You know.
I don't like this.
Who left there? Someone left their garbage back here. I got an empty one of these. Oh boy. Yeah, safari sack. Yeah, by the way, safari sack is also what I call it when I spend a full day at the Magic Kingdom in July. So, got a case of the safari sack. Please donate to Toys for Tots. Think of the children, because we certainly didn't when we wrote tonight's show. So, think of them. Somebody asked. Disney Vacation Club is hosting a paid event at Pizza Rizzo. Yeah. Haven't you done enough to these poor people, these Vacation Club members? You've taken all their money. It's like, how would you like $50? You could have Pizza Rizzo. Enjoy. Yeah. There's hidden Kakamora in the Moana Journey of Water walkthrough at Epcot. Yeah. Based on how many kids will be playing in there, though, I bet the cast members will be finding more caca every day. That's the news. Who would dare put their name on the news?
This program is brought to you by WIGS, the WDWNT Inner Globe Society. Support WDWNT to get early and exclusive access to content you can't find anywhere else, including exclusive post shows for WDW News Tonight and Park Center, access to our prize wall, a monthly Zoom with Tom, access to our Discord community, early access to our events, and much more, starting at just $2 per month. For more information, visit patreon.com/WDWNT or visit WDWNT.com and click the Patreon link. Join WIGS and unlock even more WDWNT.
We have WIGS members here tonight, I assume. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Let's see what's happening this week on Disney+. People are already laughing. That should be a t-shirt. Maybe it should. Maybe it should. Bob Chapek is petty enough to go after us for putting his face on a t-shirt. And now he's out for revenge. I had to watch when I walk to the car now when I leave the show, when I leave the studio every night. You never know with that guy. I think, Jake, are we ready to have our little ceremony or no? I could start reading it? Well, the thing hasn't moved. That's why I'm asking. So, we have a little bit of a tradition here at WDWNT Celebration, right here in Studio 7, where we have hung some of the most iconic and memorable things said by those in the Walt Disney Company in the rafters of our studio. And Mr. Chapek has been such an important, invaluable part of the WDWNT story up until now that I felt we absolutely had to designate him with this prestigious honor tonight. And who could forget, of course, our last banner from Jackie Whaler, the Public Affairs Department, which was in response to us reporting that Bob Chapek would not be attending Destination D because he had fear of being booed. Yeah. Turns out it was that, and that he had to go to a dinner celebrating Bob Iger leaving Disney. Remember when he left Disney? Yeah, I remember that. But if you don't remember, what she said to us was, and it's hanging up back there for those of you in the studio who want to look at it, she said, "You have stooped to a new low." Yeah. A correct low, but a new one nonetheless, I guess, because Bob, as you do remember, Bob got booed at the D23 Expo just a few months ago. But anyway, tonight it is Bob's turn to be honored in this prestigious manner. So let's go ahead. We're going to unveil the banner, I believe. Please raise the banner into the rafters. Of course, we probably ought to, it's falling now, but we probably ought to listen to our audience. Well, I think the company did on Sunday, Bob. And now we celebrate the biggest failure in the history of the entertainment industry. Bob Chapek, yes. Wherever he may be, the piece of shit. In all seriousness, I know it's not in the script. I'm going to stop for a second. We've been fighting this fight for a long time here at WDWNT. A lot of people, past and present in this company, have been through a lot of things. Some I've talked about, some I haven't. It got very personal at times. So it's been a great week for us. We're very grateful that those of you in our audience have stuck with us through, obviously Tiki Room and Country Bears was a pretty personal exchange between Mr. Chapek and us, and it's been interesting since then. It's been interesting since then. Of course, I've had to deal with a lot of fun on the internet from time to time. I'm sure some of you have seen some of that. But I want to say, truly, I am so grateful for the staff that has stood by us and our audience that has stood by us through all of this, because it has been, it's been clinically insane. There will be books, there will be movies. I don't know if we'll be part of those, but nonetheless, there will be all those sorts of things about what happened in the last couple of weeks. But nonetheless, I think we all lived a very important chapter in all of this, and I say congratulations to everyone involved. It's, be part of saving something we love so much. It's been a great week. So we have a great show for you and a great, another 49 and a half hours, in fact, of programming for you. But there's a lot more news tonight, and the Bob Chapek Farewell Celebration is just getting started. We got Liquid Magic. We're going to have some more drinks. Celebrate a little more. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. We've got a completely retooled, sort of new game, the DFB Food Review Toss. We're not just throwing cupcakes anymore, folks. Oh, no. It's getting serious now, so stay tuned for that. And we're going to have our very last discussion about Bob Chapek. All that and more tonight. Stick around.
floating through the land in a big green plastic boat. Through the rainforest we go, plexiglass in our face, roosters on mailbox crow, making doggies bark. Oh wait now, what? There's a Christmas overlay on this ride? Living with the land, living with the land. Oh, what fun it is to ride this half-ass overlay. Hey, living with the land, living with the land. Oh, what fun it is to ride this half-ass overlay. A day or two ago, there was nothing on the ride, and then they came on through and put up all the lights. There's Christmas lights on fish, Christmas lights with shrimp, Christmas lights on tomato trees and stockings in the lab. Living with the land, living with the land. Oh, what fun it is to ride the only thing with no weight. Hey, living with the land, living with the land. Oh, what fun it is to ride Florida's only holiday overlay. It's the only one.
Who's been messing up everything?
It's been Chapek all along.
Who's been pulling every evil string?
It's been Chapek all along.
He's unscrupulous, full of ruthlessness that you haven't even noticed, and a piteous. It's too late to fix anything now that everything has gone wrong. Thanks to Chapek, naughty Chapek.
It's been Chapek all along. And I killed the great movie ride. I have lower profits and I need cash now.
Call Gavin Newsom. Open the theme parks now. Open the theme parks now.
My salary is restored, but I need cash now.
Call Gavin Newsom. Open the theme parks now. Open the theme parks now.
I fired thousands, I'll can you too. All our layoffs, I will blame on you. Only care about me, and I need cash now.
Call Gavin Newsom. Open the theme parks now.
Open theme parks now.
Open theme parks now.
Right now.
You finished Bob Iger's wonderful masterclass, but now it's time to get your doctorate in Disney management.
Many people say that I suck, but you know what I always say? You can't spell success without suck.
Meet your new instructor.
One of the most important things for our company is that people connect with your product. But the key is everything is a product, and if they see it with their eyes, that's a connection. So everything I do connects people to our products. See how easy that is? We're connecting right now.
Join the chairman of Walt Disney Parks and Resorts, Bob Chapek, as he teaches achieving profits and budget cutting.
You must ask the right questions to figure out what people want. Like, how much can we raise the price of an ice cream bar? Do people want to pay $7.99 for blue milk? Can I make you pay to throw away garbage? Can you fit the Avengers haphazardly into a park about California? The answer is yes, until it's no, and then I convince you that it's yes.
Join Mr. Chapek as he takes you inside his own personal business practices.
I'm going to cover a number of topics. How to cut the entertainment budget, how to cut the Imagineering budget, how to make shrimp gumbo, and I've got some amazing stories, like closing down the great movie ride and definitely knowing when people weren't going to show up for Galaxy's Edge right away. I mean, I knew it. I told everybody.
Follow Bob as he discusses his strategic philosophies for excellent theme park management.
It's very simple. More Disney, more family, more shrimp gumbo. My name is Bob Chapek, and this is my masterclass.
Welcome back to News Tonight. We are live. Tonight we're back on the old channel, our old home, the WDW News Today channel, as part of the 50-hour live stream to benefit Toys for Tots. Usually we're on WDWNT TV, so if this is your first time watching us be total idiots and you like it, you should go subscribe to the WDWNT TV channel, because that's where we usually do this on Thursday nights. And we'll be back over there next Thursday, in fact. So make sure you watch that. Let's find out the Disney Parks Incorrect Fact of the Week. Incorrect fact of the week. Bob Chapek stepped down as CEO and was not fired for doing a terrible job. Yeah. I saw some people going on Twitter. There's a handful of people that were like, hey, he wasn't fired. It's like, do you understand how corporations work? If someone calls and tells you to step down, it's being fired, bro. That's how it works. Are you all ready over there? You need a couple moments. Well, I could read some donations in the meantime anyway, probably. Jake, are we starting with super chats or regular donations? Regular donations. All right. So we have already started collecting donations. Here we go. From Kyle Wimp, $10. Love this show and love this charity, so it makes sense to donate. I'll read the total. Tell me when the last one is, Jake. I'll read the total at the end of that one. Okay, it's not working. All right. All this confetti is really jammed up in all the. I think you're being mean to Jake. Jake is the one trying to make things work. That wasn't nice. It's one thing to be mean to me, but to be mean to Jake. Got him. I'm just going to sit here for a while. I have more bourbon left. You're just playing with balloons. Wow. All right, Kyle, we read Kyle's. See if we can move to the next one. Sandra Farmer wrote $25. Yay, they're back. You mean like... For those of you who have never had the pleasure of watching the 50-hour live show, they will play this every time there's a donation. And you'll get tired of it in the next hour, probably. Anonymous, empty donation. Thank you, Anonymous. Lisa Colbert, $50. Adios, Bobby. Adios. Arrivederci. Anonymous wrote, Chapek sucks, $5. He does suck. Yubnub wrote, Noel, $10. Yubnub indeed. Anonymous, $10. Kurt with $20. David Scott for the kids. Thanks for all the WDWNT staff. Thanks to all the WDWNT staff for everything. What you do is truly special, and I very much appreciate it. We appreciate you, David. $77.77. Ron Stevens, $50. Michelle Brewer, $25. Anonymous, $2. Anonymous, $40.07 for Josh. Easy WDW via Old Bill. Thank you, Old Bill. Our good friend Josh. Brian Fear, $50. Richard Bishop, $25. Daniel Powers, thanks for doing this, $100. Morena Leonard, 25. Mike Sedmak, hi from Centaur. Oh, we miss Centaur, $100. Rebecca Christensen, $50. That brings our total, I guess that's my signal. That brings our total to $1,066.73. Do we have that goal number? Do we know? Okay. We'll come back to it. There's time. We've got time. We've got all but time. Are the super chats separate? Do we want to go through those? Those aren't working. Cool. So Nick, you know what that means? It's time for you to take over. Go for it.
With magic, and it's better than any band. Join in, watch it.
Welcome to Liquid Magic. Yeah, thanks for joining us, Sabrina. Thank you. Thank you for filling in.
You're
for
welcome.
Pete.
You're very welcome.
Yeah, great.
I'm excited to be here, but I'm a little nervous. I'm not gonna lie.
Nothing to be nervous about. Look at this. This is Liquid Magic. Look
I
at
know,
this.
but this
We got
is like
our own
a
shaker.
really big. Oh, but there's.
Yeah. But you don't got a Liquid Magic shaker.
No.
You got, yeah. Oh, you okay? All right. Well,
I've got this. I've got this.
A little shaky start
It's just this is a big show. There's a lot of celebrations going on, and I'm just.
You excited?
I'm a little.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a little nervous. I'm not gonna.
We're gonna make some drinks.
I'm sweating a little.
All right. We got some ice here. Yeah. You need some.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We're just gonna. Just a little.
Right.
Just a little there and there.
Well, Sabrina.
That helps a little bit. Okay.
You know, it's
my ice! I'm not sharing it!
It is our ice.
It's my ice.
So it's getting close to Christmas. So I figured we'd make some Christmassy type drinks.
I'm very excited about this. I think that's great. Very excited.
So
a little
I looked
nervous.
around to the resorts and saw what kind of Christmassy drinks they're making.
Okay.
And I found a drink called Ginger Snaps. Yes.
Oh, I like that. Ginger snaps.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna go ahead and make that, and that's a gin-based drink. A little pun on the word there, but it's a little Christmassy drink.
Yeah.
It's made that
Like Jungle Cruise.
Yeah, a little Jungle
Ginger
Cruise fun
snaps.
there. All right, so let's make that with me.
Yeah, can I do it with you? Because I'm not gonna lie, this is really big. I mean, I've come in and I've drank and I've walked away, but I've never had to be responsible for the way things
make it at
taste.
the same time?
Yes, please.
All right,
Yeah, can we? Yes.
So grab your shaker.
Okay. Got the
All right.
shaker.
So we're gonna go with some gin.
Okay.
Yep. So. We go. Where's my? You got my measuring from here. All right.
I'm not as crazy as I need. I forget that happens.
Oh, that happens. Yeah.
Okay.
That definitely happens. And so, do you use a measuring? Because Pete doesn't measure. I
measure mainly because I really don't know what I'm doing. So.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
I can't do it without measuring either.
Okay, I probably should have worn my glasses. Maybe I don't even know.
It's liquid magic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna do a little bit of gin. 2 ounces of gin. We're gonna do a ½ ounce of ginger liqueur.
Ooh, ginger liqueur. Get it? Because
it's liquid magic.
Makes sense because there's ginger. Yeah.
Try some
okay.
of that.
That totally
we
makes
need a little
sense.
bit of lemon
Checks
juice.
out. Okay.
Where's the lemon juice? We got lime. There's the
It's
lemon over
liquid magic.
there. You got?
It's great. It's
Okay.
it's going great. I've got this.
No, I think you do.
It's liquid magic.
Do some lemon juice. There we go. Got that?
Okay. Yeah. Yep.
It's liquid magic.
So, I know you're new around here.
A little bit. Just a little bit. Yes.
But I make my own simple syrups.
Oh,
for
that's
this
fancy.
show. And this is a ginger simple syrup.
Oh.
Yeah.
How do you even make those?
You put ginger in a pot with sugar and you boil it.
No,
That's it. So we're gonna do
sounds way fancier than it is.
Liquid magic.
some ginger simple syrup. There
Ginger.
you go. You got some of
Okay.
that. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
It's
It is.
liquid
It is.
magic.
Well, you know, I've been called simple, but we know I'm quite complicated, so.
You got that? All right.
Anything's possible if you apply yourself.
There you go. Also some cinnamon simple syrup that I made.
Oh, that's fancy too.
Yeah.
It's liquid
There's cinnamon
magic.
still in. There's a stick in there.
Oh, there's a stick in there, so I know it's a cinnamon one.
Yeah. Oh, that is that. Maybe you were playing with Lincoln Logs. I didn't know what was going on.
It's liquid magic.
All right.
There.
Now I'm gonna put some ice in this.
All right.
Yep.
Okay.
Here we go. You ready? You
Okay.
gonna shake?
Shake. I know this part. Okay.
Shake, 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 Sinora, shake your
Look
body.
at that! There you
Shake,
go!
shake,
All
shake,
right!
Sinora, shake it all
All
the
right.
time.
Right, Leslie.
Work, 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 Sinora, work your body liner. Work, 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 Sinora, work it all the time.
All right, very
My girls,
good.
Well, that's a lot of fun.
Yeah, nice job there.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so we're gonna take that. We're gonna
It's liquid
pour it
magic.
up in there. Oh, look at that good stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Now, you got. Wait,
It's liquid
what are you
magic.
doing there? Well, look how much I got. Did you follow the recipe?
Yeah. That's. I probably should have explained something before I was on the show, Nick. I'm a white girl,
Yeah.
and you said we're throwing a party
Well,
because
it
Chapek's
was-
gone.
Okay.
This is my go-to with shot, 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 shot,
Come on.
shot, 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 shot.
Oh. I got this whole presentation here. My ginger snap. There you go. There you go. Ginger snaps. We got the little gator. We got the pond. This is perfect presentation for this beverage, for this cocktail. Imagine if this appeared on your table. Wouldn't you be like, wow, I'm in the right place? Look at that. Look at that. Palm prawns.
That is amazing.
All right, let's try this.
Cheers.
Here's, oh, ginger snaps.
Ginger snaps.
This would be either Jock Lindsay's or Trader Sam's, one of those.
See,
I think it's Jock Lindsay's, yeah. Maybe it's Trader Sam's. Where do you think it's from?
yeah, or
Might be.
that,
50-50
Jungle
shot.
Cruise.
50-50 shot.
Yeah.
What do you think? You're done?
It was good. Yes. It's a shot, Nick.
I'm still sipping. All right, well.
It is when I make it.
Oh. All right.
Listen,
well,
but here's the great thing about shots. If you didn't like it, you don't have to make another one.
that's a good, I guess that's, yes.
And guess what? It's already gone.
All right, fair enough.
You don't like that one. Now what are you gonna do?
Fair enough. All right.
Yeah.
You want to make
See?
you want to make the next one, or what do you got going? I know you
I
came up
don't-
with some good stuff, right?
Yeah. But do you think maybe you can do another one?
You want me to make my second one?
Yes, please. I'm still getting the hang of this.
No,
I mean, clearly I
come
made
on.
a
It's
shot.
liquid magic. Anything goes. All right. Well, I can make the next one. All right.
Okay.
So I'm going to
Thank
make the Melee Kaliki Mocha. Melee Kaliki Mocha. Trader Sam. I think that was Trader.
Melee?
Melee?
As in we're gonna make a mess?
Melee?
We're gonna melee into the show.
Melee Kaliki Mocha.
I think
You know the
it's
song?
Melly.
You know,
I think it's
like
Melly. Melly Kaliki.
Melee?
Melly.
Melly.
Melly Kaliki
Melly.
Mocha.
Sure. Melee Kaliki Mocha.
Melly
There you go.
Kali-
All right.
I don't think it's melee. Just gonna throw that out there.
All right. Well, let's make this one.
That's what they've renamed one of the ferry boats is Melee Kaliki Mocha.
All right. So this one starts with some Kahlua.
Okay. All right.
It's liquid magic.
You're gonna make this one alongside me?
Yes. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Got a couple ounces of Kahlua. What do you got going there?
Okay.
There you go.
I don't know what was going on, but it's no longer in there.
Okay, we got some of this.
It's liquid magic.
Not too sure about this stuff. This is Coco Real.
It's It might be.
It might be. Look at it.
It's liquid magic.
Listen, these lights have got.
Is this safe?
Actually, it's just.
You got it.
How much am I putting in there, man?
What do they say on Carousel Progress? We're drinking lotion.
It's liquid magic.
You do yours your way, I'll do mine.
I got some Falernum
It's
there.
liquid magic.
Look at
I
that.
already done a shot. What are you expecting?
There you go.
All right. Vermouth? No, what is this? I don't even.
Falernum. Falernum.
Falernum. Velvet Falernum.
Yes.
Okay. Falernum.
You got it?
It's
We'll
liquid
find out.
magic.
It's happening.
As you do that, I'm gonna put some coffee in mine.
It's
We
liquid
got 4 ounces
magic.
of
I probably
coffee.
should have smelled this before putting it in.
Probably.
It's liquid magic. It's liquid magic.
Sure is.
Do I get coffee?
Oh yeah, you want some
Yes,
air?
please.
No, here,
Thank
take-
you, thank you.
Yeah, you gotta have some coffee.
It's liquid magic.
Me and Pete don't usually
It's
share
liquid
ingredients.
magic.
Watch this.
It's liquid magic.
Wait, you.
It's liquid magic.
Wait, that plays every time we.
It's liquid magic.
I've been doing this segment for how many years? I never knew that played every time we.
It's liquid magic.
Every time we pour liquid.
It's liquid magic.
Every time we
Every
pour
single
liquid, that's
time.
amazing. Wait a second. Wait a
Every
minute.
single time.
Wait a second. Wait a second.
It's liquid
Oh
magic.
my God! That is amazing.
Amazing. Woo. Okay.
Shake, 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 Sinora, shake your body liner. Shake, 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 Sinora, shake it all the time. Work, 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 Sinora, work your body liner. Work, 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 Sinora, work it all the time. My girl's name is Sinora.
Okay.
All right.
It's liquid magic.
Okay, I got it. All right. I didn't hear it. I didn't hear it. It was a little delayed
Got
there.
this.
That was crazy.
It's liquid magic. It's liquid magic.
Oh, I wasn't planning for that.
It's liquid magic.
Look at that. Look at that presentation there, right? With the little,
That's really fancy.
got the,
That looks really nice.
this one, this camera. Let's look at it. No? Oh, there
There we
are.
go.
No, get out of here!
Look at that. Oh, boo!
I heard there was a Kahlua beverage.
Look at that.
You have to try it first. I
Yeah.
can't try it first.
Oh,
It's rude.
sure. Oh, oh, that's good stuff.
You're gonna do the shot?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
It's liquid magic. It's liquid magic.
Oh, man.
Oh, God.
That's good stuff.
I don't remember most of my 20s. That just comes naturally.
That's great.
Thank you.
Where can I have this one?
Either Trader Sam's or Jack Lindsay's, one of those.
You know, news is in the name of the show. We kind of have to teach people something.
Read the website.
Wow.
I'm sure it's on there somewhere.
Would you like to try it as a shot?
No, I'm good.
Oh, boy.
It's liquid magic.
All right.
You want to try it? Who wanted to try it as a shot? Of course. Come on, let's do
Oh, we
this.
got it? Yeah.
Come on.
I'll stop overlaying.
I hear him. There you go.
All right.
It's liquid magic.
Hang on, wait. All right, Desi.
Wait, is it? Come on.
Let's go.
You got that. You got that. Yeah, you got that.
There we go. Shot, 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 shot,
Yeah.
It's liquid magic.
Oh, my goodness. All right, this is some great stuff.
Oh my goodness.
I think I've taught you enough, though.
I
think it is time.
I think you're right.
That you take it upon yourself.
I think I can do this.
And you make your own cocktail.
I do.
You lead.
I can do this.
I know you brought some stuff to the table.
I did. I brought a very special drink for you tonight. I didn't go off of Disney. I didn't know what I was doing.
Oh.
So I went back to what I know best.
So.
And that's apple picking and a fun sweater.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm a white girl!
Yeah, all right.
Woo! So we have, from my friend Laura,
So
we've
you
got...
can't find this one at Disney.
No. I mean, if you know
Exclusive
someone,
right
this is a special one right here.
Exclusive
Yeah.
right here.
Yes. This is what we call white girl goes
right.
apple picking. Yeah. So we're going to start with either bourbon or whiskey.
Yeah.
We're going to do 2 ounces.
We got a couple choices here.
Yeah.
We got the Elijah Craig, we got
Okay.
the Johnny Walker, we got the Seagram's Canadian, and
Yeah.
we got some Japanese stuff. Why don't you pick what you think like screams Thanksgiving, right? Because this is Thanksgiving time.
Okay.
You want something that screams like, oh, Thanksgiving. What do you got?
Okay. There we go.
Wait,
But it says small batch.
a small batch. Oh yeah, well yeah, you make small batches,
Small
right?
batch.
Yeah.
For you, you're making a mistake.
It's
All right.
No, I'm serious. Pick something. It's not gonna mix well. I've tried to mix that with stuff. It's not great.
It's
good straight.
well, neither is my
drinks,
drink,
right?
so I think we'll be fine.
All right. We're gonna use the black label, I
We're doing
guess. Or
let's
what?
go Canadian whiskey. Who we
Canadian.
There
All right.
we go. They
Yeah.
celebrate Canada like we do. All
There's
right.
Canadian Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah, sure. It's like in October.
It's just like a
See?
different time of year, yeah.
All right, so we're gonna do 2 ounces.
2 ounces, all
Yeah.
right.
2 ounces of a bourbon or
It's
whiskey.
liquid magic.
Use that Canadian stuff.
That's right. Here we go. 2 ounces of that.
It's
And we've got
liquid magic.
apple cider.
Good stuff.
It's liquid magic.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna do 2 ounces of apple cider.
Oh, you got the cider. Oh, I
Got
can,
the cider.
Liquid magic.
smell fall in the air.
There we go.
It's like the
Just a little bit
turkeys
more,
out
'cause
here
I-
on the table. Look at that.
I like
All right.
cider. I'm from
We got the
Washington
cider.
State. We like our
Liquid
ciders.
magic.
Love
All right.
the cider.
And
Go,
then
get in there.
we have our maple
It's
syrup.
liquid
I think it's
magic.
over on your side.
Oh, you got. Oh yeah,
Maple
you got
syrup.
maple syrup.
That's right.
Tapped from maple trees this morning.
Woo!
Yeah.
Look at that.
Someone owned like a maple tree farm?
Yeah, of
Smells
course.
fresh. Don't mind the sugar around the rim. It smells fresh. Yes. All right. So we're gonna do like 0.37. I don't know. It's
We got point what?
0.75
Point, I
ounces.
don't know. That's.
I don't know. Yeah, we'll go with that.
I
3/4
like
of
how
an
you
ounce.
use measuring. That makes
Measuring's
me
never
feel
been
better.
my. I don't know what I'm doing. I didn't even put a lid on that stuff.
Pete doesn't
It's
measure it.
liquid
It bothers
magic.
me. He's like 1,000, 2,000.
No, I'm
Like, I
not
don't know what's
fancy.
going on. There's like,
Yeah.
just
okay.
40, I feel right.
See? Okay, we're gonna add our ice in.
Yeah, I got the ice.
Yeah. There's
Need
the
some
ice, the
ice.
cup. Yeah. Ready?
Shake, 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 Sinora, shake your body liner. Shake, 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 Sinora, shake it all the time. Work, 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 Sinora,
Watch this one.
work your
Watch this
body
one.
liner.
Right, yeah.
Work, Sinora, work it all the time.
Yeah.
My girl's name is Sonora. I tell you, friends, I have no.
All right, so now we're gonna. You got it this time.
Yep.
Yep. We're gonna.
It's liquid magic. It's liquid magic.
Got it in there.
Okay.
I think you
Wait,
garnish it with a cinnamon stick.
and a little bit of ginger beer.
Oh, ginger beer. I forgot.
Yes. We have. Is this?
Yeah.
This is
Just pop
fancy.
it open.
I don't know what I'm doing.
From Star Wars land.
I don't. How do you?
Yeah, you just
It's fizzing at me.
like.
Hey! Oh, it's magnetic! Look at that!
Look at that.
That's so fancy. All right, we're just gonna do a little bit.
It's liquid magic.
There you go. Look, we both learned!
There we go.
It's liquid magic.
There we go. I don't have a fancy thing, but
Wait, you don't?
that's
You didn't
my,
make a diorama to put your drink on?
I was! I am the diorama!
Oh.
Ta-da!
It's liquid magic.
Yeah!
It's liquid magic.
Sure. Do we have any straws?
That's actually really good. That's really.
Are you surprised I made a good drink?
It's liquid magic.
This isn't Dad's electric lemonade. I'm sending this back.
My shirt used to be electric, but it doesn't work anymore.
Oh,
Yeah, so that's what we got.
all right, we got it. We did it.
Woo!
Yeah! Liquid magic.
We're sitting at the commercial. Look at this. Look at this stuff.
Right?
Were you like up all night working?
Yeah.
Are these? No, Lucas didn't make it. This isn't wood. This is graham cracker.
That's my graham cracker gator.
I work in cardboard, so I'm not sure.
It's very cute.
Got some
I was gonna
knit
say you probably have to make
rosemary.
enough dioramas for your kids that they get credit for at school, right?
It's a good
What
drink.
you do?
Try this one. Try it. Try a sip of that one.
I didn't try that.
Yeah.
One.
It's good.
Not a big ginger guy.
It's even better as a shot.
I missed out.
It's liquid magic.
Oh no.
No, I don't
That's
like
why
ginger.
it's better as a shot.
Yeah, maybe.
Did you try that?
I had a
You
shot.
had a shot.
The
Yeah,
shot.
yeah.
Yeah, how many of those do you want me to do?
Despite this not being my thing, this is pretty good.
Thank you.
The apple drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Where
yeah.
is this at Jock Lindsay's orchard? Do we know? I can't believe you don't know where your drinks are from. How hazy is your weekend?
That's from my friend Laura.
How many resort bars in a row did you go to this weekend?
I don't know.
Anyway, we need to make the stuff from Crockett's Tavern. That's what we need to do.
All right. Fair enough.
Do a Crockett's Tavern liquid magic. But anyway, we're going to take a commercial break. We'll come back with more after this. Stick around.
Who's been messing up everything?
It's been Chapek all along.
Who's been pulling every evil string?
It's been Chapek all along.
He's unscrupulous, full of ruthlessness that you haven't even noticed, and a pity is. too late to fix anything now that everything has gone wrong. Thanks to Chapek, naughty Chapek.
It's been Chapek all along. And I killed Magical Express.
Hi, I'm Thomas. And before I start a hard day of writing for the Parks blog, I need a hearty breakfast. That's when I reach for a bowl of my favorite cereal, Unscrupuloops.
Oh, can I have some?
Sure, Bob. You like it?
It's a little hard.
That's because Unscrupuloops is full of nonsensical toys.
Oh, good. Toys are my barrier to entry when it comes to breakfast cereal. No one buys Cheerios or Rice Krispies unless there's a toy in it.
That's right, Bob. No one will eat a world-renowned cereal when you get something crammed with recognizable things that are truly horrible.
Yeah, we should just throw all of our Cheerios away. It's garbage.
Well, Bob, the other people in the house might complain if we do that. They really like Cheerios.
Well, I guess I don't want everyone to hate me. We can keep the Cheerios, but I'm for damn sure throwing out all this Captain EO Crunch.
That's fine, Bob. We can get away with that one.
Okay, I'm gonna get some ketchup and some pickles, and I'm gonna finish this in my room.
Unscrupuloops is filled with bird and bear-shaped oat pieces, mixed with hard toys like Lego bricks and Tinker toys. And if someone in your house doesn't like the toys in the cereal, just take them out quietly and just tell them they were never there to begin with.
Is that Corliss guy dead yet?
Yes, Bob. It's better to just lie to him, too.
Unscrupuloops are part of a complete public relations disaster.
How do you do? My name is
Bob Chapek,
and I would like to tell you about our good friends, the birds.
That's the damnedest thing I ever saw.
Birds just don't go around attacking people without no reason.
Yes, they attack the children.
Birds are not aggressive creatures, miss. They bring beauty into the world.
Those gulls attack.
Impossible.
Are the birds gonna eat us, Mommy?
Did you get the windows in the attic? When do you think they'll come? What happens when you run out of wood?
I don't know.
You don't know? When will you know? When we're all dead!
They're coming! They're coming!
Hello, I'm Tom Corliss, and I got my COVID-19 vaccine. This isn't about politics or science or about even protecting others. I can't personally speak for the safety or effectiveness of vaccines, but I can tell you one thing, that I hate this man. This man has budget cut so much away from us even before there was a pandemic. We lost the entertainment we were promised for Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. We got a Slinky Dog Dash ride that almost has no props, where the most visible element is a backstage shed. We got Pixar Pier, pure white hotel rooms, and we had the great movie ride replaced with the home theater projector display room of a Best Buy. If you hate this man like I do, you should get the vaccine too. The faster you get vaccinated is the sooner all 32,000 cast members that were let go can get rehired. The faster you get vaccinated is the sooner we can realize that there's no plan to bring back entertainment, such as the citizens of Hollywood or of Main Street USA, and take to social media and complain about it. And the sooner you get vaccinated is the sooner I can restart a weekly maintenance report, since parks will be back at full capacity and there's no excuse for them to look like trash. So if you hate Bob Chapek like me, get vaccinated, and let's get back to pissing this guy off before he turns Fort Wilderness's cabins into Toontown suites. Learn about where you can get vaccinated today at bobchapeksucks.com. is so mad we wrecked the place. There's confetti everywhere. Julie's living room is destroyed. You're double fisting back there. This is what I get for putting the panel up here before we're even ready for them.
You could just put one in the other, and then you won't have to have two of them.
That'd be gross. Are they the same drink or no? Yeah. Oh, then yeah, that makes more sense.
Not if I want to shoot him, it doesn't.
Wow. I give up. All right. Let's see what's available now at your local supermarket. No? Okay. Jake just went, no? Tell me what you want me to do. Switch? No, you're in the wrong group. I can do that one now if you want. Is that what you want? We could switch them. Do you want me to do switch?
Yeah. Switch.
I can't hear what he's saying. Do switch. All right, everybody. I know it's a little earlier than usual, but let's find out what's new this week on the Nintendo Switch. This week it's The Last of Him. So long. So long, dipshit. All right. Let's move. Okay, let's see what's coming up on the show the next few weeks. Mostly several episodes where we have no idea what we're going to make fun of. But next week, I believe Who Wants to Win a Lot of Core Bucks is back next week on the show. On December 8th, we have a show as well. And then, of course, on December 15th is our annual special. It's Tony's Most Microwaved Christmas Special featuring the return of Tony Party. I've heard Mama and Tony are going to have a pizza cooking contest. I believe. Allison, are we doing that? Is that happening?
I don't know. Lucas, are we doing that?
Are we allowed to use the pizza? Have we figured that out? I don't know.
Some sugar for the sauce.
For the sauce. Of course, tickets, if you want to be here, part of our live audience, are available at WDWNewsTonight.com. We will be back on WDWNT TV, the other channel, next week. Nick, who brings us the show every week?
The Vacationaire. The engineers are in next magical vacation. Sit back and let their team of vacation planning.
Oh, it's up there.
Special.
Your mic is off. Do you want to read it from here? Sure. Sure. Nick's feeling good right now. Is it on? You got it on now?
I don't have the liquid magic.
Is it on? It's on. Yeah, go ahead. We're doing great.
Sit back and let their team of vacation planning experts craft your family's next magical Disney trip. The best part is their services are free. Visit WDWNT.travel for details. The Vacationaire, the official travel agency of WDWNT.
Thank you, Nick. Have my script.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. All right. Do you have comments?
Yeah, I do.
I would hope so this week.
Walt Disney presents.
Oh, no. Did you try to be artistic and not pick any Chapek comment?
Maybe.
Oh, boy. And everyone else reading their phones in the background. What a shot. What a shot. I'm teasing. Go ahead, Nick.
High school marching band cancels Walt Disney World performances after being asked to cover Native American logo.
What can go wrong?
At Dismalon? Sure.
Sounds dead on.
Sure. Good. Kudos to Disney for holding steadfast. Can't imagine those defending these outdated depictions would support a predominantly black or brown school that calls themselves the Whites, and including chants like, "Let me speak to your manager." It's psychotic. It's psychotic.
Oh, man.
Oh, God.
Wow. Wow.
Psychotic?
I thought it was great.
Yeah. Some Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser voyages only at 25% occupancy. Disney cutting cast member hours and second dining seatings on select voyages at why do you have weird names? Dervington. Surprise! Disney finds out that rich people have no desire to live like common folk, even if it's for a movie tie-in.
Wait, the common folk just like Star Wars characters? I'm confused.
Yes.
Okay.
No, but they sleep in bunk beds.
I feel like all rich people dress like people in the prequels.
So this was before the Chapek firing. Another purple road sign replaced that Walt Disney World Resort at PS Alpha 1. Replaced the executives, not the road signs.
They did!
They did!
They listened to
Well,
them.
if you look under the blue road signs, there's Kareem Daniel with his thumb out.
Nah.
You probably ought to listen to your audience. A wise man once said that, Sabrina.
Lamppost breaks and falls in front of guests at entrance to Disney's Hollywood Studios. At Nerd ET tweets, this is not a replacement for Streetmosphere. No.
Boy.
Walt Disney World cast member union plans to protest over low wages at Lights Out 619. But they got complimentary PhotoPass lenses. What more could they possibly want? Come on! Come on!
I paid my bills with some of those.
Oh.
You can easily just send that in for your mortgage payment, right? Here's an AR lens.
Look, Mickey's on my shoulder. Oh, God.
I like this one. Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser wins 2022 TEA Thea Award.
Yeah.
Does TEA stand for the expensive adventure?
Oh, boy.
Oh, so good.
That's the dad joke of the week.
That's so good. New details released for Disney's affordable housing development in Central Florida. At A. Ross Perry wrote, this has real Dark Ages vibes, a kingdom donating land to be lived on by peasants underneath the shadow of a castle.
You need an apartment reservation.
Oh, man.
Oh, boy, so good.
That is spectacular.
All right, last one this week. Disney's contingency plan for possible recession includes ticket discounts, increased capacity, and reselling annual passes. At Nathan P. Gale wrote, only Disney can make me actively root for a recession. Yeah, that's good.
God. That was quite a group this week. You didn't get to the Chapek one.
Yeah, it was good. Next week will be all Chapek.
Next week will be all, so see, we'll keep it alive.
Yeah.
Oh.
I like this. Nick's always trailing by a couple weeks.
Oh, yeah. Always.
Living a couple weeks behind us.
Always.
Oh, man. You're like inside the magic. You'll get to get to it next week.
Eventually.
Oh, you won't believe what happened.
Breaking news.
Breaking news. Executive set ablaze? Oh, man. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar fired? What?
It's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. We made that joke in the NBA Experience ad.
Oh, God.
That was in that. All right. So there's a bunch of alcoholics on the stage because we're going to have a roundtable discussion. And so
Somebody just wooed.
someone wooed. Woo, yay, alcoholism, yay. So this is it. I mean, he was fired on Sunday. This is really the last chance to reflect and talk about the last couple years. He was in charge of Parks and Resorts from, 2015 up until 2020, so 5 years. And then CEO of the company from February of 20 until November of 22. So over this time, I mean, obviously, if you guys want to talk about home video, we can, but I don't know that anyone wants to. I do like, you should look this up, you should Google it. His quote about Bambi 2 is amazing.
Oh my gosh.
About demand for Bambi 2. Oh, it's incredible. It's incredible. That's apparently the only quote from him before he was Parks and Resorts.
Is that the one where Bambi takes revenge on the people who killed his mom?
That was the SNL bit. That wasn't the real. That wasn't the real one.
The Rock. Yeah, The Rock is
The Reckoning.
You know.
Chapek saw that and was like, "This is great. Let's do it. People are for it."
God. You know, too often people watch the animated movies with their kids, and then they have to watch something else after. So we should make an animated movie they want to watch with blood, blood and violence. So this is it. This is our last chance to really reflect on what just happened. So obviously Nick and I here, Eric Morton, Desi, Miss Allison, Sabrina, Colleen are all here on the panel. And we left the chair open in case Bob wanted to show up.
It's impossible for him to make it here from California.
He has to go to Bob Iger's I Got a New Job party. Sit at the end of the table like this. Anyway.
We can burn this chair if you want.
I want to share a quick story about the burning of the puppet real quick. So the puppet, I said we have to set something on fire. Originally it was like we set Baby Chapek on fire. We set the puppet, and it was decided Baby Chapek might be dangerous to set on fire. Let's just do the sock with cardboard attached to it. Okay, cool. As we do that, Jake was a little worried about where we were going to do it, and everyone else just like, just put it on the stones in the back, it'll be fine. And then, so Jake gives this we go back there, Jake's got the fire extinguisher, he gives this very adult speech. Aww. He's like,
safety brief.
Yeah, it was a very real, like Jake is a great studio manager, very professional.
Aww,
and he is. And so he gives us a whole speech about how to use the fire extinguisher.
He even set down his drink for a second when he was
and the cigarette.
He's got the cigarette in one hand and a drink and the lighter fluid in the other. He's like, all right, this is serious safety brief stuff.
Yes. Oh, so he gives a very serious safety briefing. Then Colleen sets the puppet on fire. And then I'm sitting there to do like the bit where I'm watching it burn, and Jake's like, do we need to light it up more? Would you like more? And he's like, I'm like, no, it's blowing towards me. Please don't. And then finally, Jake just keeps squirting it. Jake gives this whole safety briefing, and then it's like, keeps setting it on fire again. Anyway.
I thought it was a little much when then he dug a 6-foot hole, throwing ashes in it, and then he urinated in that hole. It's a little much, Jake.
Jake.
But
then I danced on it.
Yeah.
We learned something very important. Build-A-Bear clothes, highly flammable.
Highly flammable.
The Build-A-Bear clothes burned away before the paper did.
If you are ever stranded in the woods and need a fire starter, I highly suggest Build-A-Bear clothing.
Build-A-Bear clothing. Your kids are safe with Build-A-Bear clothing.
You got a good 2-3 seconds of intense flame before they're gone.
The suit was instantly gone. Instantly, and the paper was still there.
I sealed that paper. I mean, that was probably part of it.
Wow, yeah.
But
I didn't know you did that.
Colleen, good job making that puppet. I'm sorry that we made you light it on fire.
There were sock chunks left, too.
Socks.
Also, if you're ever on fire, your socks will survive.
And the sock was still
You know what? I would say coat yourself in ketchup, because that ketchup is still out there without a mark.
Oh, no.
Oh, boy. So now, we talk about the real...
That's why Chapek thought he was safe.
He could just like douse himself in ketchup and I'm invincible.
Your flames can't penetrate my condiments.
I knew this day would come.
Is this what it means to be fire?
It's be all right.
Oh.
Give me your best shot. I did this 32,000 times last year.
There was a whole little bit of the puppet show we cut away. Eric's like, at some point you should reference like the tweet about it. Him on the phone. It was going to be, usually we do this in a 2-toned blue box on Twitter when we let people go. Anyway. So we talk about the real guy and not the character we created on the show, and what the last couple of years have been like. I don't know who wants to start us off.
Can I say something that's kind of in between?
Sure.
One time, my husband said to me, we must have been talking about the puppet show or something, and he was like,
I have no idea what Bob Chapek actually sounds like. He was like, I just assume it is the voice Tom does. He's like, that's anything having to do with Bob Chapek, I just hear the voice Tom does.
It's pretty I didn't know what his voice sounded like either. I assumed it was just like how Tom does
He
it.
really doesn't have the most interesting voice, so we just had to, like, I don't know. We gave him, like, generic, loud Midwest guy. I don't know.
So can I tell you, like, the news broke, let's say 9:30, 9:45 on Sunday, right? So I'm sitting there and I run into the bedroom and my girlfriend's already asleep.
Yeah.
I'm like, I gotta wake her up. But she's also in that I just fell asleep phase.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, you're not gonna believe this. I need to wake you up. Bob Chapek just got fired and Bob Iger's replacing him. She's like, oh, no. What? And she got up. She got up, and I swear she was dancing.
My husband's out of town, and so he called me a little after 11, and he's like, and he's in a different time zone, and he's like, I'm surprised you're still awake. And I was like, well, I am watching Tom live because Bob Chapek just got fired. And he's like, what? And I was like, that's not all.
Like, wait, there's more.
Also, Bob Iger is coming back. Yeah. And he's like, wow. And I was like, I know.
I had been with Tom like 2 hours before. We were at a mansion. Literally.
Ever After Estate.
Ever After Estate. We were filming it, and they had donated like a night to stay there. Yeah. And then I came home, which is really far away. And then Tom goes live with the tackiest backdrop of like a faux painted wall I've ever seen in my life.
Classy.
And there's 77,000 people that have watched this. They're like, wow, Tom has the tackiest house I've ever seen.
In fairness, I do. It's just not. It would have just been a poster for the Cinderella Castle Mystery Tour.
It looks like
Japan behind
it might
me.
as well have been those murals on the wall at Cava del Tequila with the people like harvesting agave.
You should have gone down the slide into the ball pit and done the.
People thought I was at Connections Cafe with the mural behind me. But a real quick thing about Sunday. So I didn't get to bed until like 3 a.m. because people kept messaging me. And I think I said to someone eventually, I was like, is this what it's like when you get engaged to someone who people think you're actually going to marry? Is this what you get all these like encouraging messages?
Wow. No.
Did you get any from like a Burbank number? It was like, F you, Corliss!
No, all the ones from Glendale and Burbank were very nice. Very kind, very sweet. Yeah.
Wow. My first thought, because I saw it on WDWNT's Instagram first, and then went. And my very first thought was, wow, Tom is going to be intolerable now.
You know who really hated that announcement? People who hate Tom. Yeah. They were like really conflicted. Everyone else, I didn't see one person that's like, they really should have given him more time. Yeah. Nobody. Zero. What is that like when 0% of people are like, man.
You know what, though? He's finally
this
number
guy,
one
he
at
really
something.
deserved another chance.
Yeah, right.
If you're bad enough that people on Twitter are going to agree with me, then you're pretty bad.
There's people that were like, oh, well, he wasn't really the person. We really have to, like, well, there's other people that are really responsible. Why are we celebrating? I'm like, read the room. Like,
when the United States killed Osama bin Laden, there was a segment of people on Twitter that are like, they should have brought him in. There was nobody saying this about Chapek. They're all like, good riddance.
That might be from all the episodes of this show. That might be 229 episodes. That is the quote.
The most offensive thing.
Comparing it to when they caught him. Not that the opening of this show was like that at all.
We got him was definitely not like that.
I think it's fun that everybody, like, as I was, like, watching everybody, like, talk about this and everything, I'm like, this is a moment that everybody is, like, you're going to, like, years from now, look back and say, where were you when you heard the news? Like, that's how major this is. Everybody is talking about, I was here when this happened. I was here when this happened. This is what I was doing. Like, you're going to remember this for, like...
I don't know what I was doing, but my girlfriend was dancing her ass off.
She wasn't even awake. It was like sleep dancing.
She's doing the Running Man, all the 90s moves.
She's like, I had a dream that Bob
Yeah.
Chapek was fired and Bob Iger came back.
When my husband woke up the next morning, he's like, I had the weirdest dream. It was like we couldn't believe that it actually happened.
I woke up and I had to recheck my phone. Yeah, this is
It
true.
felt surreal for me for at least 48 hours. The first 48 hours were just real weird. Maybe because I was in a strange mansion in Claremont. That was part of it for sure. But it was, what's crazy to me is, fast forward from like summer of 2019 to now, how like all that craziness of the summer of 2019 then extrapolated to a worldwide global level 3 years later, right? Like think about how crazy the Country Bear and Tiki Bird thing was, right? And how big of a deal that was in the community. And then people were stunned when that made some national news, right? Like when it was on Sci-Fi, it was on a bunch of weird places. And people were like, wow, them coming after him made it all these places. And then somehow, some way, that man became CEO. Beyond any I don't know how. I don't know how he became CEO, but he did. And then immediately...
Well, I will tell you, Gollum dropped a ring.
But so somehow he becomes CEO. The world starts closing down. Bob Iger heads for the hills, and he makes the only person available CEO. And then immediately we begin this year and a half journey of him showing the world what we had come to know over the course of 5 years, that he is the biggest buffoon on earth, right? The Scarlett Johansson thing, right out of the gate. Don't say gay. I mean, just kept going, man. You know.
I mean, Voldemort had a better following than him.
Well, that bill, though, the Florida bill, the thing is, it doesn't matter which side of that bill you fall on politically. Everyone agrees he botched it.
He botched it on both sides, right?
He botched it for everybody.
He pissed off people on both sides, right?
Yeah.
So that's not a win when you can't be favored by either side of the argument.
Yeah. No, but that's a talent.
Yeah. He was amazing at being an idiot. He was tremendous. Think about, let's examine the Country Bear and Tiki Room thing for a moment, right? You decide, okay, these are two somewhat unpopular attractions at Magic Kingdom that fans like. We're gonna bite the bullet. We're gonna replace both of them simultaneously ahead of the 50th anniversary of the park. All right, Moana makes sense there. Toy Story makes sense there. Let's go for it. And you have your team in Florida starts working on the project. And then a man in a 2-bedroom apartment in Orlando posts about it. And a week and a half later, after you get a couple hundred, maybe a couple thousand letters, we don't know how many were sent. After that happens, you get so many letters and all this stuff, and then we post Tiki Room, and at that point, you throw such a hissy fit in front of your PR department, you make them make a post that lies to the public, and also is the first time in your company's history you've called out a media outlet in a public forum on your own blog. You've decided you need to do all those things within 2 or 3 hours of us running the Tiki Room story. That piece was concocted and published very quickly. But still, at this point, you are still not ready to relinquish Country Bears, right? So you could have run the Country Bear piece right after, right? But instead, just out of anger, they shot down the Tiki Room piece that day, and they then remained silent for several more days about Country Bears, and then buried it at 5 p.m. on Friday that it would remain, quote, through the 50th anniversary. We'll talk more about that at a later time, what happened there. Because there's more to the story that recently came to light. So you made that vague, weird post about the Country Bears. But again, think about how bothered you have to be by public perception as a CEO to cancel plans you've already spent millions of dollars on. You spent millions of dollars on both of these plans. Not only that, you're going to go on your blog and validate. You're going to validate a fan site that posts rumors in that way. Because that's what it did. Our traffic was higher after that than it ever had been. They thought that was the end of us. It was the beginning of us. And so, like, think about that whole, like, it wasn't the first time he threw a hissy fit, right? Because Tron, we've told that story before, where he called the PR department screaming at them that we had blown the Tron announcement ahead of the 2017 Expo, which was it was the straw that broke the camel's back, because we had already announced everything else except the Main Street Theater, right? Minivans, Skyliner, Guardians,
Disney
Ratatouille.
Springs.
Well, that was a separate thing. I'm just talking about we're just talking about the 2017 Expo alone. Everything else had been blown, and he wanted his big moment, and he had nothing left to announce, so he screamed at them, right? And so we had a bit of a rivalry going for a while. He obviously did not like me. And then once Country Bears happened, like they sat there for a week and took a beating, whether it was on social media, again, hundreds or thousands of letters poured into that office, all that stuff, before finally, then once we had Tiki Room, like clearly he snapped. He snapped at that moment and was like, he's gonna spoil everything again. Let's get him. And then, I mean, that whole like the logic of all that was insane. Like, that was crazy. And why anyone would examine that and be like, this guy's ready to be CEO. Like, could you imagine any CEO of any company reacting to the internet in that way? Like, but so we knew when he got the job. I'm sure you could go look back on this show, News Today, whatever. I'm sure at some point many of us said, like, this guy's not gonna make it. And we were not wrong.
Dr. Secret told me.
We're not gonna make it.
My instinct is to feel bad for people in high-profile positions when they get fired, because we think of a football coach, and we're like, hey, the team didn't do well, he got fired, everyone says he's terrible, all this stuff. He's got a family, he's got
the
kids.
football coach didn't start rumors about the other team,
Well, that's the
though.
thing. But he's petty, and like we know internally, things that have happened that we don't talk about. Yeah. He's petty, and he's vindictive, and he has a very large, very soft ego. Yeah. And all these things that are like, these ingredients, we didn't just not like him because of what he did to the parks, right? Most people don't like him because of what he did to the parks. Yeah. But there's all kinds of stuff that we know. We have context to say, this man is a bad person.
Yeah.
He's just so
you know what, and he
unlikable.
might be a good grandfather. And he's damn sure a good father. He got his kid a job at Marvel.
I mean,
and
the grandson got
Talk
to
about a
be in
multiverse
Thor.
of madness.
But when it
doesn't mean he's good. It means he's
when it comes down
connected.
to the character of a person in a powerful business position who's intent on punching down. Let's face it. I mean, he punched down on us and others. Yeah. He couldn't resist his instincts, which were money first. Use your power to manipulate other people out of your way, whether that's Tom Staggs and or blogs, harmless blogs that are just a minor annoyance to you. Like, rise above that stuff. There's a case to be made that Bob Iger is very complicit in a lot of this, right? Bob Iger named him CEO. Bob Iger greenlighted Genie Plus long before Bob Chapek ever had the job, right? Genie Plus was announced before Bob Chapek was CEO. There are things about
Parks. That was a Parks and Resorts development by Bob Chapek.
But Bob Iger was CEO.
Oh, he was right. That's the other thing. Like, I know we're celebrating that Bob Iger's back, but you're right. Bob Iger was there through the Chapek years at Parks and Resorts, and we saw a definite decline. Toy Story Land, Pixar, all of that. Bob Iger's CEO for that, right? He let him do that stuff. He let him charge people for parking at resorts.
Well, he's distracted out hunting acquisitions and
he was so worried about his streaming service.
20th Century Fox was a terrible, terrible acquisition. He botched that. The Pixar winner, Marvel winner, $1 million. I don't know what he bought, 13 or 14.
Star Wars was a good deal.
Yeah, Star Wars. He bought I don't know 13 or 14 companies, right? Small, big, whatever. Most of them winners, some of them losers. But he always had a certain executive presence and a certain way with the public that made you think an adult was in charge.
Yeah.
And nobody ever felt that with Chapek. You felt like the emperor had no clothes. You felt like there was a pretender
The guy couldn't speak
in the
publicly.
seat. And I don't know what kind of dirt he had on Iger in 2020 that he no longer has, that he managed to make himself the CEO.
Yeah.
But thank God, you know, I don't know that anybody else other than Iger could have just stepped right in and done this.
Yeah.
I don't know that this is not a long-term solution.
Yeah.
But we're celebrating.
Yeah.
You know, cheers. Have one at home. Glasses against the screen.
So something I talked about years ago on the show. This has to do a little bit with the pandemic, I think, but I've never cared less about the parks in the past 2 years.
No.
Like, I really haven't. But I think that has something to do with Bob Chapek and his leadership in not giving me anything to care about, right? Like, I found that, like, there was some kind of disconnect when the pandemic started, but, like, there was nothing to bring me back. There was nothing that that excited me about going back to the parks and really engaging with the parks the way I used to go. And I go less often, and I don't care as much. I really don't. And I feel like
You
that's
sound a lot like Bob Chapek.
Well, I feel like that's something to do with the leadership,
No,
right?
it's like
I
it goes
really
less,
do.
not like I'd never been before,
Yeah,
and then I
well.
got the job and started going.
But
What is this?
There's a real disconnect these days
No, I agree.
that I haven't felt in the past. I can't get as excited because I'm pissed off at I don't want to support what's going on.
I think what you just said also sums up, I think, how cast members have felt for a long time. I think it's hard to show up for work when you don't like the people you work for, right? Colleen will tell you.
It is. It is really hard to
I
show
beat
up
you
for
to it.
work.
I knew
you
it.
did,
I
but
knew
I was
it.
thinking it.
I think it's really hard to show up for work when you don't respect the person that's doing all these, like they don't want to give you raises, they don't want to take care of you, they don't take care of the people around you. So the customer, they're making the customer miserable, and then the customer's taking out on you. I don't know if it's really fair to be mean to the guest at that point, because the guest is mad because of what your executives are doing. It's not your fault.
Yeah.
And it's not really the guest's fault either. Yeah, they could be a better person for sure, but also, like, it's somewhat understandable as to why they're angry sometimes.
But I see it, like, I don't care as much, and I feel like they don't care as much.
Yeah.
Well,
I think if you talk to them, they tell you for a while they didn't. And I think anyone I've spoken to in the last week, it's like every division. I've talked to people who are frontline at the parks. I've talked to people who are at WDI. I've talked to people that are in the studio at Marvel. Whoever I've spoken to the last week, it's like the attitude here has changed, and that is in every crevice, in every corner of the company. It is. You know, I know we jokingly put that puppet show together with that end that's like all these different weird movies together celebrating. That's kind of what actually happened. It is like, even at Marvel, like, I had never spoken to anyone at Marvel before. There were all sorts of people that reached out to me this week that I've never spoken to before who were in the company, right? And because part of it was for fear, right? Because they knew the CEO didn't like us. But as soon as he was gone, there were people that were like, they felt free to message me and just be like, yeah, man, Monday was great. No one did any work. We all just celebrated. Like, it was a great day on Monday. Yeah.
Much rejoicing throughout the
Imagine looking forward to going to work on Monday.
Yeah.
That's how much everyone hated this guy.
There was,
Like, nobody. There's nobody that liked him.
I like that
Zero
tweet,
people.
the guy that was in the Magic Kingdom that was like, what analogy did he make? I forgot what he said, but it was like immediately there was a celebratory attitude like throughout the Magic Kingdom that night.
You know what's perfect? It's like this announcement goes live, and there was a Christmas party at the Magic Kingdom on Sunday.
Yeah.
So the announcement goes live, and then fireworks happen. And I heard the mood on Main Street, USA was as festive as it's ever been.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know what it was like working in the parks prior to him taking over, and then seeing the changes when he did take over. And I mean, that was one of the reasons I didn't go back with everything. And I mean, when you go in, and years ago, for example, for the holidays, you would show up on Thanksgiving, like the company would feed you. They'd thank you for showing up. They'd say thank you for coming to take care of other people's families when we know your family's at home.
Yeah.
And little by little, we had that taken away. There was no, you'd come in on Thanksgiving, we weren't even allowed to bring in our own food to share. Yeah. It got so bad to a point.
Sabrina, you gave out too many napkins today.
Yeah, for real, joke's on them, I never gave those out anyway. Yeah, and you'd come in and then they were like, well, we're gonna throw a holiday party and we're gonna do it between Thanksgiving and Christmas. And you're like, that's great, but all these people that didn't work either of those holidays are here now celebrating. They're like, well, you can come in on my day off for a hot dog, I'm good.
And you work the actual holiday. Wow.
Yeah,
that really happened?
Yeah,
that's
legit.
Yeah,
yeah. The last 2-3 years that I worked, and it would have been after Chapek had taken over Parks and Resorts.
Is that to cut money, so that they just have one party as opposed to two separate parties?
Yeah, basically.
I think to sum his
it was for 2
reign
restaurants.
up, look at Destination D23 last year, right? He didn't show up, and they avoided mentioning his name like they had a gun to their heads. Yeah. Think about that. Everyone was clearly under strict orders. Nobody's to mention Bob Chapek.
Yeah.
We're going to pretend like he doesn't exist. And Josh D'Amaro didn't have a lot to announce, and he made a great show of it, right?
Churro's got a bigger response.
Churros are back!
But Churro's got a bigger response than Bob Chapek ever would have.
Yeah.
There was nothing to announce. They're like,
and by the way,
some of the stuff you're used to is coming back.
By the way, that's a Disney World churro getting a better reaction than Bob Chapek, not a Disneyland churro.
Yeah.
And there are, and we can discuss this, and they can talk about it in chat. What are the quick wins that Bob Iger can get, right? I think a couple quick wins I think annual passes are going to come back.
Yeah.
They're not getting rid of Genie Plus.
Change the park reservations.
They're going to change the park reservation system. We might even get trams.
Could you imagine a tram?
We might get trams.
What a generous.
Think about it. We're coming up on 3 years since the park's closed, and 2 of our parks do not have trams, including Hollywood Studios, which probably has the most obnoxious walk to the front of the park out of all of them.
Well, let's remember who was CEO when they killed the plan for the parking structure. Oh, not CEO, excuse me, Parks Resorts chairman. When they killed the parking garage at Hollywood Studios, because there was supposed to be a parking garage and not just an expansion of the parking lot.
Every time I walk there, I'm like, you son of a bitch.
Instead, they built parking spots that go out almost into the Star Cruiser Hotel. Those people are almost in the art of animation. They're closer to art of animation than they are Hollywood Studios at the end of that lot.
There is potential for you to have a 25-minute walk to your car.
That's far, man.
There's depending on luck and where you are. I mean, just give us a tram. I don't necessarily always take the tram, but come on, that is just a perfect example of the Chapek regime, right? We don't have to, so we're not gonna.
You know what's my other favorite thing?
You'll come anyway.
My favorite thing is go drive around the disability lot at Hollywood Studios and see how many times they screwed that up. Even though, let's remember that they essentially bulldozed the bus loop and everything there and started fresh, and they still did it wrong. And so there's still lines intersecting and all. They had to redo it 3 times because apparently even though they had years to plan out this parking lot, they still didn't map it out right.
Yeah.
I got evacuated from a tram at Animal Kingdom last week or a week and a half ago.
Yeah.
They're like, you know what? We can't get this thing to start. I'm sorry, folks. We're going to have to ask you to leave. That was when I went to do, there was some holiday stuff to do, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, really? The tram? I got evacuated. I've never been evacuated from anything at
Who needs a mic? Eric, you need a mic, apparently.
Okay.
Katie's going to bring you a new mic. Remember when they threw you out of Rise and told you to leave?
Yeah. Oh, there's video evidence of that one.
Yeah. I mean, that's just indicative of the Chapek era, right? We started charging for parking and everything else that we started doing at that point. It's just what a mess of several years.
Yeah.
And I know, like, I remember in the beginning, no one wanted to get on board with the fact that we didn't like this guy, right? And Eric said, "Oh, it started as personal." It kind of didn't. We were criticizing him in a professional manner, mind you. In the beginning, it wasn't so much like we didn't do commercials about him and all of that. In the beginning, it really just was like, oh, did you see, like, James Cameron did that interview and he made sure, like, when the guy brought up Bob Chapek, he was like, no, Tom Staggs is the guy that made this project happen.
Yeah.
And that's when I knew, between all the stories, little stories that we've been told in that interview, that was the first moment I had arrived at, man, this guy.
Is that me?
Oh, man.
You, John Wayne?
Apparently it is.
Boy, this new microphone really works well.
But yeah, it was like, this guy's obviously not good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, we knew in the parks and stuff when we had a lot of the bigger ups, like when Bob Chapek took over as parks and resorts and stuff, and Tom Skaggs was out. I was going to say Dan left. Like, all of these
Dan
guys.
Cockrell.
Yeah, Dan Cockrell. When Dan left, we went,
Dan was a good guy.
hold up, hang on. Yep, Dan was fantastic.
Yeah, that
like,
was a shame.
Dan would come around. Like, we used to raise money for Toys for Tots and stuff at studios. Each location would raise money and stuff. And our location would always we used to do like water balloons. And you'd set up the water balloon. We would have managers sit underneath, and it was, you'd pay like $2-3 to go and throw, a ball at a thing to drop the water balloon and stuff. And Dan would come down. He'd come down in his little skivvies, and it was amazing and fantastic. And but he would sit there and raise money, and he knew everybody. And this is at the time he was head of studios.
Yeah.
He was president of studios.
There are two. You know this from your time there. There are two types of VPs at the parks, right? There's Phil Holmes. And there's Dan Cockrell.
Yeah.
And those are the two types. There's always like those guys like a Josh Tomorrow type where they're always out, everyone knows them, you always say hello. And then there's, Phil Holmes, who no one liked.
But here's the thing, even with Phil Holmes, he would still come around and talk to cast members.
That's true. That is
He
true.
still would come around and check in. Like, you could see him out in the parks.
He was at least there.
He was there. You know what, I mean, he had a lot of issues and stuff with different things. But yeah, everybody knew who he was, and he knew people. He'd come in, and he knew if you were only there with the company, if you were there 6 months, 5 years, 10 years, 20, he knew.
Yeah.
And if he saw, like, there were multiple times that I'd be with people that have been with the company over 20 years, and they'd be in on their day off, and Phil would be like, hey, how's it going? Oh, I'm here with my family. And he still knew.
Wow. Yeah. And Chapek was just, we had heard stories from actually people that worked here, who worked for Disney, that said there were whatever events that Bob and Josh would be there. And Bob would just walk by, and Josh was actually late to whatever dinner it was because he stopped to talk to all the cast members on the way to whatever they were going.
And even when they would go out to eat and stuff, like, I know people that help take care of the tables and stuff, and they would have to section off a section for Chapek.
Yeah.
And Bob would be at the table, and Chapek would have his people around, so that way nobody could go up and talk. In the meantime, Josh would excuse himself from the tables, go in the back, talk to all the cast members, come back out, and he was there just.
Did he wear a hairnet at least?
But he would be there, and he'd talk to everybody, and he was the buffer. I'm sorry, as a CEO, if you need a buffer to go into a place that you're the head of, because you're not sure how the people that work for you are going to react, because you don't know how to speak to them.
No, he did, and we would see him run from. There were several times I tried to say hello to him, that he ran. When they did that Captain Marvel flyover at DCA, like he saw me in the crowd. He was faster than the jet he was out of there. Or the 50th, when people booed him in the park in the 50th, and he was out of there. And then Josh and Jeff Volley stayed the whole day and just took pictures with everyone, shook everyone's hand. I've told this story before, but again, all these good people that either were demoted or fired under the Chapek years. Obviously, Catherine Powell, who was fantastic for Disneyland Paris and got blamed for Star Wars Galaxy's Edge failing, even though that was Bob's failure. And he should have been a man and taken it. but we won't get into that. She got fired. Michael Colglazier, we went to the 35th of Tokyo when he got assigned Asia, which was kind of a demotion. It was not a job people wanted. Michael Colglazier got that job. We're there for the 35th. We're in line for hot dogs, the hot dog place in World Bazaar, which is their main street. Michael Colglazer's in the next queue, and he sees we're Americans. He just starts a conversation with us. This is the guy's the head of all the Asian parks. Yeah. He's like, oh, how are you guys having fun? What, are you here for the anniversary? Do you come here a lot? Did you enjoy, what do you like about the park? Like really interested in why as American tourists we were there and interested in us. And then, so we buy the hot dog, we sit outside, he's sitting outside having a hot dog. Another guest gets ketchup on themselves. Michael Colglazier throws on his name tag, runs inside and gets napkins and everything for the guest. And I was like, why has this guy been thrown into this job? This guy should be doing something else. You've demoted this guy, and why? Like, those are good,
he was a threat.
Good people. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
I mean, in all fairness, it's kind of amazing that Josh D'Amaro has gotten to where he is at.
He was smart at not touching the things that he knew.
Yes.
Yeah, right?
And they looked at him and they went, we think we may have made a mistake with Chapek. He's not good with people.
Yeah.
Look,
here's Josh D'Amaro.
On multiple occasions, twice actually, when I've seen Josh D'Amaro in the parks, he stopped and talked to us. One time he's like, I wish I could sit here and have a beer with you guys at Baseline Tap House. And talked for like 5-10 minutes.
Yeah.
I've seen him also at Festival of the Arts just talking to people.
Yes.
Right?
That's how
Chapek, never.
That's how you learn.
Have you seen Bob Chapek? Did anyone ever see Bob Chapek just mingling with a regular guest? Never.
No.
You'd see his picture in the park every now and then, and he's gone.
Remember the big press photo they took? I don't know if it was Expo or Destination D where they made everyone put mouse ears on, and then he wouldn't. So the picture is him and Mickey on stage. He's not wearing mouse ears, and the whole crowd is. Like, he refused to wear mouse ears.
Yeah.
Do you know what you work for? Are you aware of the company you work for? What do you think you are?
So, and say what you want about Michael Eisner.
I'm picturing him in mouse
Michael
ears.
Eisner was always willing to be the guy on camera with the other people, for other people to laugh at, right?
Yeah.
For other people to laugh at.
He loved it.
And Michael Eisner made some mistakes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. But his
And by
mistakes
the
were
end, it
never
was
that
time
he
for him to
didn't care, right?
But Michael Eisner was the ultimate, like, he's willing to be part of the pre-show. He's willing to be the thing that people laugh at, the guy that's on camera and talking to Mickey or whatever. And Chapek, man, this guy, he couldn't have showed to Destination D23.
The 50th anniversary, they did a ceremony, again, who he is, right? To do that ceremony, they did a ceremony for media the night before. And then the 50th, everyone showed up, and we knew, right? Because I wanted to post it earlier in the week, and I was fearful that if I posted early in the week, because this is the stuff they pull. I was afraid if I posted early in the week that there was no 50th ceremony, that they would throw one together, and then, of course, I have to take a public beating from the internet. So sometimes we don't post those things. But we didn't, and then we stood there, and we knew what was going on. We knew that welcome show that day was just the new one that's starting for the 50th, and that they had nothing planned. We knew that. So we showed up, and we tried to tell people that. We wrote at least that much. There's a new welcome show, and it'll be every day, and blah, blah, blah. But people still expected something was going to happen. So I stood there that morning. We filmed that welcome show, and it ended in like 4.5 minutes. And the whole crowd looks at each other, goes, and like in unison, that's it?
Yeah.
They're not doing anything?
Another thing I want to point out, at the risk of being mean-spirited, a number of people that I'm friends with that are former WDI, former cast members, I was shocked at how many people strongly dislike Kareem Daniel.
Yeah.
Really?
I'm like,
I didn't hear that before.
oh yeah, no, some WDI people in particular really don't like Kareem Daniel.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know anything about the guy.
We
except
never,
that
because he was
Chapek's little lapdog, basically.
We know Chapek because he was in charge of the division we cover, right? And we ended up having, beyond that, we ended up having a very personal relationship with him. And that's the only reason we like had that interaction with him or knew a lot about him. But like Kareem Daniel, that doesn't cross into our hemisphere, right? That's not a thing we cover. It's not anything anyone ever talks about.
But if you think about them missing their numbers on the quarterly call,
Yeah.
That crosses firmly into his territory.
Well, Cream was the right-hand man, right? Like Chapek got the job and was like, this is my guy, and everything's DTC now, and we're gonna watch what we're gonna do. And what we're gonna do is actually just blow everything into smithereens, right? Just completely crash and burn in record time.
So a lot of things had to happen for this firing, right? We know now that a lot of people on the board and executive team members did not like him.
Yeah.
Thought, oh crap, this is the wrong guy, right? But we know that they really couldn't do anything until he missed his numbers. So what I'm wondering is if he hit his number on that last quarterly call, if he's still here.
He would be.
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah.
Not forever. I mean,
Not forever, but he would still be right today.
Because we know now that prior to this conference call, prior to the quarterly earnings call, they had already reached out to Staggs and Mayer, right? And they probably had been in dialogue with Bob Iger.
Which all restored my
So we
faith
know
a
that
lot,
the pieces were already in motion.
Yeah.
They're just waiting for him to miss his numbers, which tells you what an influence Wall Street has on this business.
What are we laughing
What is it?
I have to know.
Is it confetti in my hair?
No.
No.
I said, I don't know what DTC means.
Oh, direct to consumer.
Oh, she goes down to cuddle?
You know who wasn't down to cuddle Bob Chapek because he is in fact a robot.
Yeah.
One last time.
I mean, I think, you know, everything everywhere comes down to money at the end of the day,
Yeah.
right? Whether we want it to or not, whether that's fair, whatever, it's about money. And my dad said something that I was like, oh yeah, that's a really good point. That he was like, you know, yes, they lost billions of dollars in that, but Bob Chapek became damaging to the brand.
Yeah.
Not just as I have actually lost money because we have failed at X, Y, and Z, but this has gone beyond Tom Corliss and his crazy followers, beyond the 80s Epcot cult, and everyone knows that this guy's awful and that no one likes him, and it has now become you're damaging to the brand because I think for Disney, and I think especially, you know, I was a child and knew who Michael Eisner was.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't name the CEO of any company other than, like, you know, Facebook. Like, but you know who the Disney CEO is.
Oh, that guy's real peach.
Well, yeah. You know who the Disney CEO is. They are the face of a company that is really out in the forefront and that people see and they interact with, and it's a family company, and you know, you're like, I want to be a part of this Disney family. And so you have this guy that is so unlikable and uncharismatic that, you know,
That's so off-brand.
He's so, and he's so off-putting. Shannon said, she was like, Bob Iger could have done all the same things, but he would have handled it all better and would have been charismatic enough that we would have went for some of it.
Yeah.
But
well, the Scarlett Johansson and Don't Say Gay things both would have never happened with Bob Iger,
that
right?
too.
Those,
that
those
just,
two
like,
just don't happen.
Just handle things.
Yeah.
So it became, this guy is bad for our brand, which is going to generally cause us to lose money. And then he has made these bad choices that are causing us to lose money, so now we can get rid of him right now.
But what restored a lot of faith in the company and the board for me was hearing these stories of that this has been in motion for a long time, right? Because I think we sat here in the summer and were dumbfounded when he got renewed.
Renewed.
And we're all just sitting there like, what, are we crazy?
Yeah.
And then to hear these stories where they're like, all the same thoughts we had, the board had, right? Like Kevin Meyer and Tom Staggs. It's like, well, yeah, it's like you could have done that, but Chapek had to sign off on buying their company, and obviously he would have been pretty suspicious about that. So it turns out we couldn't actually do that. I'm like, all right, yeah, you guys.
That's why
did
they
what
didn't
you could.
buy
All
us,
right.
I think. That's why they didn't approach you to buy WDWNT, right? Just take over the PR.
I was always waiting for someone to approach me in the park and be like, Colleen, how much money will it take to destroy Tom Corliss? I thought a lot about that.
She entertained a few offers.
I think it sounds like it.
Desi's just been cussing on her breath.
Colleen, if a man with the largest entertainment company in the world at his disposal couldn't get rid of me, do you think you could?
Well,
probably.
I don't know.
She's more capable.
She was pretty dumb.
I have a lot of information.
I was going to say, I think she's a little more capable than Chapek is.
Yeah. She's far more charismatic.
I was just gonna, well, yeah. I was just gonna give him the information in exchange for money.
The information he couldn't figure out despite a multi-month investigation. Yeah.
That's cute. You thought you were going to get money from him.
This was a daydream.
Oh,
On those days, I
man.
was really mad at Tom.
Yeah. Well, you've talked about some of that stuff is public now. Like, again, I love that they interviewed hundreds of people, cast members. They interviewed my ex-fiance, all the things they went through. Oh, you have no idea. On the questions they asked.
They know
was
some
fun, too.
wild stuff now.
Oh yeah, they asked how much money I make, all sorts of stuff. If my family was in organized crime.
What? What?
Oh, they're.
Tom, if I had known that, we could have ended this Chapek thing a long time ago.
He's from the Bronx.
The
He
things,
must be connected.
the
must
things
be
they asked,
connected.
man. No, it got
Someone
very
on staff from
personal.
Staten Island.
Very personal, but then
He's definitely got connections.
we were still posting stuff
There's
even
where the
after they
temple box.
concluded their investigation, and so he just got angrier and angrier until we got to Country Bears, right? But I have to say, like, I know people are like, oh, you should, revenge. You don't hope for revenge. That's not nice. I don't care.
Not kind of sweet.
Because again, you have to believe in karma, right? Because here's a guy who let a Disney fan site get into his head to the point at which he canceled 2 projects and went on this tirade, this very public war to try to end that fan site because he's that fragile, right? And so he's then made CEO. And instead, what happens is he crashes and burns spectacularly, gets fired, and then instead of just this small sect of Disney fans who he was trying to make hate me, instead the entire world, the whole world hated him. He became a global news story how bad he was at his job. It was, you couldn't write, you couldn't write that, right? Like no writer could write something that amazing. It's only real life could be that incredible as to serve someone what they deserve so perfectly. Because I know, having known him through all those situations, that guy has been eaten alive this week. He is just, he's got to be so angry.
Which is funny because if they're like, Eric, we're going to pay you $25 million to not work here, I'd be like,
right?
Which door would you like me to leave?
I'm sure he made out like a bandit, but again, knowing him the way we know him, let's again remember that we did the Chapek All Along commercial, and my phone rings the next day.
It was mean.
And we wanted to let you know that we thought it crossed the line into being mean. And I said, good. And I yelled at them, and then I hung up the phone. Let's also remember that we posted that people in the company told us that he wasn't going to Destination D because he was afraid he was going to get booed. And he had them call me again to tell me I had sunk to a new low. And that was an official Disney PR statement to be published, that I had sunk to a new low. Yeah. Oh, what a guy.
Well,
what
now,
a guy.
because he stuck around this long, his career's over. There's
Be careful, he might be our new property manager here at this building.
I don't know. He's pretty spiteful, so I am somewhat worried. He has a lot of money. I'm somewhat worried about what.
So what does he do next?
Sue me for defamation of character, probably.
What character?
Wow.
No, really. Does he get another job in corporate America?
I don't know who would offer him a job. Right? I guess some
A
Someone was telling
commoditized
me-
product. Kibbles
Yeah,
and
you
Bits.
said this. That's right.
Kibbles and Bits is probably looking for a guy.
Heinz.
Purina.
Why is dog food the first thing that
Someone
comes to your
that's
mind?
just
I don't know,
numbers.
like something that just raised
he
the
was a
price.
numbers
on.
guy, right?
J.K.
He
Rowling
can't-
is looking for a new
He
PR
really
rep.
can't ruin a food company, right? Right? The food company would be fine, I think.
As long as you don't poison people.
Oh, man. Maybe not.
If it's not a company
Man,
that relies
Kibbles
on
and Bits used to be delicious.
What are these
Now it tastes like
preservatives?
crap. Oh yeah, we got rid of some of the ingredients.
Preservatives?
They were really expensive.
This tastes like ketchup.
Now with lycopene.
I don't even know if Kibbles and Bits still exists. Now mix, I don't know.
There will be more of the story, I'm sure, that we'll be able to talk about as time progresses. There's a lot more. I know the Zoom with Tom for the WIGS members a couple days ago, we talked about a lot that I think people hadn't heard before. And then obviously when we did the Tom Unplugged thing in July, we talked about a lot of things. But now that he's gone, I mean, there's way less fear. Like I said before, like I got a message from people in the company, and I mean like kind of important people who I didn't even knew who I was. And they messaged me, and I was like, oh, it's cool. People can talk to me now without being afraid. This is great. I love this.
Yeah.
But also it was like, again, like, I'll be very honest with you, like mentally the last couple of years have been hard for me. I think, when you fight with people on the internet that often and people are saying bad shit about you all the time, it gets to be a lot. And so it was, the last couple of days have been really validating to hear these people that I respect what they do and I admire what they do, reach out and be like, and celebrating the same way we are. I mean, it's been nice. It's been a very nice week. Very nice.
Very kind, very
Very kind, very sweet.
I will say, I don't like Tom at all. But.
Oh, it's not a revelation.
No, right? But what he does here is important and is great. And about this, he was right. I will say, like, I thought I was a big Disney fan until I started working for Tom.
Yeah.
And met all these people and was like, I'm normal. I had no idea. I didn't know, like, Chapek was an issue until Tom told me. But then it was like, oh, I see all these things. I think before I started working, the thing I loved to read was the maintenance report. That was so fascinating to me. And that was, like, my first insight into, like, oh, there are these problems, And I wouldn't have known as, some who we came, we were excited, we were here. But, Tom was right about this and he knew all along.
I mean, but in fairness, right, when you examine something on a daily basis, you're going to notice things before the general public, right? And I understood that happened, right? Because people were very combative when we started really. I think summer of 18 was when we really started to lean into him, right? Because Toy Story Land was kind of lame, and they cut a lot of stuff out of it, and everyone else was like, it's cute, and it was like, all right, so yeah, we were. I think before everyone else was talking about it. Then I think when the paid parking kicked in was I think when some people started to come on board, and then by the time he was done at Parks and Resorts, everybody who was a Parks fan had some idea. And there was a good sect of people that were defensive of him, right? But there was certainly the majority were like, no, this guy's bad. Mm-hmm. But no, you're right. Like outside of this, and let's be clear, the Disney, Diz Twitter and the Disney fandom, we make up a very small portion of the world.
Tiny,
and Diz Twitter thinks they make up the whole universe. You don't. It's a very small portion of all of this. And even of all the people in the world that care about the Disney company, it's a very small portion of that. But then he went and did what he did in front of us at Parks and Resorts on a global scale. He just went and did the same thing again, but in front of the entire world, which was just incredible, really incredible.
Well, it was weird because it's. I don't want to compare this to politics, but it was kind of like I told you there were people that came to me and said you're on the wrong side of this, like people do with politics, right? Yeah. I'm like, no, you don't understand it. You don't understand the way that we're seeing it, and you'll see it play out. And that was a weird thing. So there were people that were like, no, you were on the wrong side, or and they didn't know the whole story, and it's interesting the way it played out. But it was
I get it, right? Because
weirdly
it was the story.
like political in a way, in their own little way.
I don't think there was anybody who actually liked Chapek. There were just people who wanted Tom to be upset about
Maybe,
things.
but there were people that didn't believe that it was that serious or that bad.
Right, yeah.
Like, and that's the same way with politics, though. Seriously, like, where you don't believe it's that serious or that bad at that moment. Not that necessarily that you don't believe the other side.
Political discourse is always magnify the bad thing that the other side did and minimize the bad thing that your side did. And it's the same type.
Sure.
And I just want to point out, by the way, that we have a Tom Corliss puppet. Colleen didn't light it on fire.
Not on camera.
I wasn't given that as an option.
His shirt is very expensive. Right? Wasn't that like the most expensive Build-A-Bear?
I
He
don't
has like
think
a
so. I
Hawaiian
think-
shirt, doesn't he?
He does. It was a Build-A-Bear shirt. I think it just
Tommy
came from,
Bahama.
like,
Was the same? I
eBay,
thought it was
though.
like expensive.
No, it was a Build-A-Bear. It has Olaf on it. It's actually Disney.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. Okay.
You have a shirt that's really similar. We did a bit with you
Oh,
next
that's
to the
right.
puppet.
The interviews, right?
Yeah.
The job interviews. Yeah.
But I think that's the most fascinating thing in the way this played out, though. Like the way it was like people gradually coming aboard.
I mean, it's amazing. I mean, again, like people in the someone in the entertainment industry is going to write a book, right? And it's going to at least cover the like 2020 to 2022 part, which is fascinating. But I still think like the part we lived through is fascinating, right? Because it starts super early. Remember when we did the Great Movie Ride event, the Farewell for Movie Ride? We rented that out. Disney fought us tooth and nail, basically, to not let us do it without ever saying no, right? So there were
They're
departments.
like, we don't want to do this, but also we like money.
They didn't want the look of saying no, right? If I came out and was like, look, they're not going to let us go have this farewell party, right? And so like public affairs was like, you can't live stream it. And then PR was like, well, in the marketing, you can't use the words great movie ride. And they held it, they literally stalled events for 2 weeks until the Friday before. And again, the Friday at 5 p.m. They waited for the Friday at 5 p.m. before they'd be out of the office for several days, the week before. And that's when we got the call at like 4:48 p.m. I was sitting at the bar at prime time, and we got the call.
I was probably working that day.
You might have been. Explains why it was loud on the other side.
The good film attraction.
The good film attraction. No, and so 4:48 p.m. Like we finally got it, and we got to go do the event. And they thought like that had stopped us. And what was funny was we sold out the event in 48 hours. Like by Monday, it was gone. It didn't matter at that point. But that was the first thing. And then like she even admitted to me when I had the meeting with them over coffee and celebration, when we were about to go back on the media list for what I would consider a hot minute. She said to me, she's like, I was at the Great Movie Ride party. I was like, oh, she's like, yeah, we went to see how things went. And like, we were really happy that it wasn't like, the event wasn't about bashing anything. It was like, I was like, I don't really bash stuff. I was like, when the company makes a decision we don't agree with, we're gonna, like the paid parking, like we're gonna come out and say like, this is not great, right? But that's, that shouldn't affect, if we can book an event or any of these things. Like this is like he was that crazy about little stuff, right? Like again, he was on us before, way before. That was even before. Well, that was after Tron, but from like Tron onward, he was just completely fixated on us, right? And I told you, like they used to have someone from Global Security watch this show every week. I don't think they watch it anymore. But there was a period where they watched every week to see what I said and like report it back, which is why they knew about Chapek all along. And the other stuff I would hear about, I mean, articles would get printed out and passed through all the offices. They still do to this day, but more so back then. It was a wild time. It was a really wild time. And then, it's funny. We knew him before he was famous. And then the world got to go through the same experience we did in a lot of ways. But I'm with you, Nick. Like, I mean, luckily, like what was funny is at the same time, like Japan started to happen for me. Like 2018 was the first time I went, and I hate to be that guy, right? Because I know so many people on the internet are. That's the reason they're like mad, right? It's because it's like, Japan, he says everything's better there. Blah, blah, blah. And I get that, right? But at the same time, like, I've seen this place fall apart, and then I went to some place that is the opposite. It's not falling apart. It's kind of getting better most of the time. And so it was hard not to be that guy, right? And it's hard to be honest because I know it's not what a lot of people want to hear, but at the same point, I'm not going to come out here and lie that, everything here is perfect and magical, right? But the hope is, like, again, I was like the only blogger or vlogger that came at Expo positive. And I think the writing was on the wall. Like, I think Demaro even knew by Expo that Chapek was on his way out, which is why he went on that stage. He was like, hey, you know that show Bob Chapek came up with the idea for? We're going to throw it in the garbage. And we're going to do something else. Yeah. I think that was Demaro's coming out party. I think that was the moment where he could be like, here's a little hint at what my time at Parks and Resorts is going to be like. We know Dino Land's kind of a wreck. We know the Magic Kingdom needs more to do. We know you hate Harmonious and Enchantment. We know you want Figment back. And we got those things, and I think that's
we're going to have a meet and greet in 2 years.
Say what you want. I'm getting a Figment meet and greet, and that is a nice gesture to me. And if at the next Expo they want to announce a new Figment ride too, then I'm on board.
But we still don't know if it's Figzilla.
It's not Figzilla.
Figzilla.
It's not Figzilla. It will be Figment as you know and love it. Anything else you want to say? Because we're quickly.
Thus ends the reign
we're filling our post show
Chapek.
time. There's not going to be a post show at this point.
We still need to do our game.
We are still going to do the game. That's what Eric left. All right.
Eric's
so I guess that's it.
Oh boy.
Eric's got to go potty. So make sure you turn off the mic. Nick wants you to know.
They can hear you.
Any final thoughts?
Yeah, Desi, that's it.
No, it's just party. It's great.
It's been quite a party. We're going to be cleaning up this confetti for years. This confetti is going to be stuck in all these crevices for longer than Bob Chapek was CEO.
I don't know what our show's going to be about going forward.
What's funny is we actually used to do this show before we kind of knew who he was. So we used to manage before, and I think we will.
Yeah, but then
it'll be about
you
Tron
and
now,
Nick
though.
sitting in your bedroom.
Sitting in my bedroom. It started in a radio studio. That was before I know usually you would think the progression is bedroom to radio studio to your own studio. No, we did it backwards. It was radio studio to bedroom to real studio. Anyway, we're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, the DFB review toss. Woo!
Up everything. It's been Chapek all along. Who's been pulling every evil string? It's been Chapek all along. He's unscrupulous, full of ruthlessness that you haven't even noticed, and a pity is. Late to fix anything now that everything has gone wrong. Thanks to Chapek, naughty Chapek. It's been Chapek all along. And it wasn't on purpose, but I killed the Reedy Creek Improvement District. There's nothing really to laugh about with this one. Do you like stickers? Me too. I'm Disney CEO Bob Chapek, and I'd like to tell you about the newest collecting craze, Disney stickers. Yes, back from your childhood are packs of collectible stickers featuring your favorite Disney Parks edition from the last few years. That's right, own the best stickers from the parks now in easy to carry and displayable sizes. Stickers include Toy Story Land cue walls, the giant thermos from Woody's Lunchbox, Edna Mode meet and greet walls, Moana room decals from the Polynesian Village, all of Pixar Pier, and mystery stickers from future attractions to be finished at an undetermined time. Display all your stickers in the Bob Chapek sticker book. I love flipping through the pages, thinking of how much more expensive this would have been if it was a wallpaper book or a paint book. Certainly the maintenance costs are higher on things you can't just easily peel, right? Collect the stickers and place them inside. My mom says it's okay if you don't line the stickers up perfectly in the book. She thinks I'm really creative doing this. Disney Park stickers and the Bob Chapek sticker book are available any place where I could profit from it. Get them now, or I'll close the last Mr. Toad ride. I'll do it.
Are you tired of your monorail always sputtering to a stop?
I know I am.
You don't even have one.
Of course I do. It's the rusted paperweight out in the garage.
Well, if you're like me and my brother, you know how hard it can be to keep your monorail up and running, and that's why we're here to help you fix your monorail problems. So join us, Tick and Tack, the Patchett Brothers, for Monorail Talk every Saturday morning. And hear calls like this.
So, I have this old Mark IV monorail passed down from my grandparents, and I'd like to restore it.
Ooh, a Mark IV?
Yeah, but every time I turn it on, it makes a noise like wah, wah.
Yeah, whir noise, that's not good.
Not good at all. I think that's the coupler unit. Bob Gerd told me about the whir problem back in '76, or was it '78?
It was a long time ago either way.
So we're in the monorail, and the window just falls off.
How's that even happen? What'd they do, secure it with super glue?
More like crazy glue. But seriously, when it fell, did it hurt anyone?
Just a college program cast member, I think.
Well, they're a dime a dozen.
A dime a dozen.
Next caller is Bob from Burbank. Bob, welcome to Monorail Talk. How can we help you?
Yeah, long-time listener, first-time caller. Let's say I had a fleet of Mark VI monorails. I'm just curious, how long can I get away with running them until they, I don't know, explode?
They haven't already?
I might agree with my brother on this, but that depends on how often you run them.
Oh, all day and every day.
But fairly empty, I assume?
Oh, heck no. They're the gills with people. Just really full.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. In that case, time for a new fleet for sure. Anything else we could help you with?
Well, what do you guys know about gondolas?
So join us for Monorail Talk on your local public radio station. And remember, don't ride like my brother.
And don't ride like my brother.
In September 1984, Disney will introduce Michael Eisner as CEO, and you'll see why 1984 won't be like 2021.
In the bathroom, so I'm going to fill in for a minute. I think we have some more donations or super chats. Donations. Let's take a look at the donations. See what we got here. Those are really tiny. Okay. Thank you for playing a role in. Oh, there we go. Thank you for playing a role in the best Christmas present, but more importantly, for helping get toys for tots at Sienna Nickel. Thank you, Sienna. Jonathan Cooper, I know how great tonight must feel. Bring on the Venga Boys. That's who wrote the song. $50. Thank you, Jonathan. Stephen Crawford donating from the live show audience, having way too much fun. I'm glad you're enjoying us just drinking and being stupid. That's great. $100. $100. Is that it? Is that our new total? Nope, we got more. Vincent Gagliardi, it was that bastard Chapek all along. I love you, WDWNT. We love you too, Vince. Doug Hack, the most magical celebration on earth. Chapek is gone and raising money for those less fortunate. Thanks, WDWNT. What can be better? I don't think anything could be better than this week, personally. Steve Mermelstein, $5. Mr. Pay Chapek, we all know you're angry watching and ugly crying right now. Sorry, not sorry. Speaking of angry crying, Jake, do we have the supermarket? This would be a good moment for it. Can we break in with that? Since you're talking about him ugly crying, I mean, it's perfect for tough breakups. It's vanilla bean counter ice cream. Sit on the couch under the blanket and binge. Oh, you watch Disney Plus and it's $1.5 billion loss. Thank you. Thank you, Jake. Anonymous, FYP Carney was, oh boy, that one went away. FYP Carney was a Chapek spy. He's not there tonight. Coincidence? I think not. It's an Anonymous for $7. Yeah, 7. Anonymous, $20. Fire Chief 66, my contribution to the Bob Chapek Outback Memorial Dinner. Bob Chapek, $15. This is all the money I had left. You just got $20 million, you cheap bastard. John Griffin, ding dong, the bean counter is gone. Congratulations to Tom and all the staff for winning the war on terror. Oh, does that mean the show is not renewed for 3 more years? We'll see about that. We'll see if we can do 3 more weeks. Bradley Wright, $5. Thank you for doing the stream. Very kind, very sweet. Juan Rios, $200 is the best show ever. I friggin' love you guys. You all are awesome. Love, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Michael K. Chapek can leave on the lightning lane he rode in on. Anonymous, $25. Jay Woods, $25. Great show tonight. Thank you all for doing this. Having fun watching. Matt Davis, $15. I love that the most complicated part of the ginger snap is the simple syrup. Anonymous, $20. Chapek is fired. WW Mickey. Anonymous, $50. Bye-bye, Bob. Andrew Clark, $25. Howdy from Oklahoma. Bye, Chapek. He went sweeping down the plains. Anonymous, $100. Anonymous, $10. WDWNT under the fair reporting beats a heart of gold. Thank you for all you do. Christine Arena, $30. I look forward to the marathon show every year. Thank you for all you do. Happy holidays. Anonymous, $100. Is that it? Oh, Anonymous, $15. Anonymous, $100. Thanks to the awesome always WDWNT team. Enjoy your holidays at BC fans. Another Anonymous, $100. That brings our new total to $2,670.39. I got to mention something real quick. I know we're only on for another 23 minutes. We have a very generous WIGS member who has offered to match up to $1,000. So we need to raise, starting right this minute, before News Tonight is over, if we can raise up to $1,000, he will match it, which means we'll actually raise $2,000. So get at it right now, guys. Do it. Don't do it for just me. Don't do it just for the tots. Do it for Lucas, who made amazing new trash cans you're going to see in a couple minutes. Lucas worked very hard. Please support that by giving to Toys for Tots. And also, please donate at toys.wdwnt.com and bid on the live auctions at auction.wdwnt.com. There are hundreds of more items that will be going up over Saturday and Sunday, mind you. Keep that in mind. Are you ready? Nick just shrugged. I don't know. All right, roll the intro.
Hey, welcome to the DFB Food Review Toss. This is a great game. All right, we're gonna bring up our our only two contestants, yeah. All right, Jill and Eric, come on up here. Get in frame, a little closer, All right there, all right, looking good. How you doing, Eric?
Great, great.
Oh, man. Do you follow the Disney Food Blog?
Yes, I do.
Oh, so you probably know all their tweets, right?
Not all the tweets, though.
Not all the tweets, all right. How about you? You follow DFB? A little bit. All right, so what we're doing today is we're gonna read you each some tweets, real tweets from the DFB, right? Real tweets, all right? We're gonna show you the tweets, and then you're gonna tell us which word in the tweet was capitalized, all caps, right? Because they like.
No, don't step on the camera. There's a camera right behind your foot.
What? Oh, wow. All right. So watch out for that. So they love to capitalize like all caps, like do words in all caps, right? So you're gonna have to guess which word in the tweet was in all caps. Okay. All right? It's as easy as that. If you get it right, all right, you get to toss some food. If you get it wrong, your opponent gets to toss that food. Oh, yeah. So we got some Thanksgiving food for you to toss. We got some turkey, we got some cranberry sauce, we got pumpkin pie, we got mashed potatoes, lots of good stuff to toss, all right? So, and then we got some trash cans behind you. So we're gonna do the questions first. There's 6 questions for each of you. And then we'll figure out how many times you get to toss some food into some trash cans back there. It's so fun, all right. All right. So are we ready with the first tweet? All right, we're gonna let Eric go first. And so we have the first tweet up there. All right, there it is. Are you up for the challenge? The restaurant that might truly change you in Disney World. What?
Challenge.
That's what I said. Challenge. What did I say?
You say change.
Oh, I did say change. All right. The restaurant that might truly challenge you in Disney World. Which word in that tweet was capitalized?
Challenged.
Challenged. All right, let's see. It was you. Y-O-U. Are you up for the challenge? The restaurant that might truly challenge you at Walt Disney World. All right, so you get 1 food to toss. We'll remember that, I'm sure, in some way.
Someone.
Yeah, someone remember that. Jill gets 1 food to toss. All right, Jill, this next question is for you. This Ghirardelli sundae in Disney Springs was so good we almost forgot it had a big secret. Which word was capitalized?
Torn between so good and big. I'm going to go with big.
You're going to go with big. Was it big? It was big! All right.
2 pieces of food.
You got 2 pieces of food to toss. All right, Eric, this one coming back to you. Part of the Park Pass reservation system is about to change, and it's going to make your life a whole lot easier. Which word did they capitalize?
I'm gonna have to go with. I'm gonna go with change.
You're gonna go with change. Is it change? Oh, nice. All right. Eric gets a piece of food to toss. Jill has 2. Eric has 1. All right, Jill, this next one's for you. Ride wait times prove that Disney World is getting busier. Oh, yeah. Ride wait times prove that Disney World is getting busier. What an informal tweet.
Busier. I'm going to go with busier.
You're going to go with busier. Is it busier? It is!
Nice job.
All right, yeah. Well, look at
read
that.
enough.
Well, come on. All right. Jill has 3. Eric has 1. All right, Eric, back to you. Let's talk about the bar crawl that you can do without the park ticket in Disney World over at Disney Springs.
Oof.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to be a tough one.
Let's talk about that bar crawl you can do without the park ticket in Disney World over at Disney Springs.
I'm going to go with you.
You're gonna go with you. Oh, bold choice. Let's see if it's you. It's without. Of course, it's without.
I thought it was without. Yeah.
It was like you.
No, it's without.
Yeah.
Without.
About Disney food blog titles is it's never the same word twice.
Yeah.
It never makes sense.
Oh. All right, you got 4. You got 1. All right, here's the next one, Jill. There's a gingerbread restaurant on display at Disney Boardwalk Inn.
Oh.
There's a gingerbread restaurant on display at Disney Boardwalk Inn. They're very excited about this. Gingerbread restaurant. It's on display at Disney Boardwalk Inn.
You know what? I'm gonna go with display.
You're gonna go with display.
Yeah, 'cause that's kind of unlikely.
Yeah, no, that's a good choice. Let's see. Oh, it's restaurant. They're so excited about restaurant.
You
Oh
emphasized
my
it.
goodness, you got 2. You got 2. We're 2. All right, Eric, here we go. Oh, this one's a good one.
Oh, Lord.
This Disney snack pushes the limits of what exactly a pretzel is. This is a pretzel. This Disney snack pushes the limits of what exactly is a pretzel. Who knows?
I'm gonna.
What is a pretzel? Who knows?
I'm gonna go with stack.
Stack?
I'm gonna go with stack.
Okay, snack. Is it snack? It is! It is! Of course it is. Who wouldn't capitalize is?
Now we're tied,
Is.
right? Yeah.
No, we 3-4.
Is
okay.
a pretzel.
We might tie on this.
Oh.
Ever played, bar none.
Oh man, this is a good one. I don't even know who has food at this point. I'm not keeping track.
No rhyme or reason.
All right, Jill, here's your question.
Okay.
And it has eggnog buttercream. Disney's newest holiday treat has us rocking around the Christmas tree.
Oh.
And it has eggnog buttercream. Disney's newest holiday treat has us rocking around the Christmas tree.
I want to go with rockin'.
You do want to go with rockin'. All right, let's see if it's rockin'. Oh, it's eggnog! Eggnog!
That was too predictable.
It was. Rockin' was super. It was.
Rockin' was like the outlier.
No, it has eggnog. Eggnog is the stress. You gotta stress eggnog.
Okay.
All right. All right. Now things get a little crazy.
Okay. Okay, because they weren't already.
All right.
4 and 4.
These next.
Huh?
3-5.
No, you got.
What do you got? I don't know.
I got 3.
I'm not keeping track.
Oh, do I
He's
have
got 5.
I got-
You got 3.
No, I thought you got
no,
that
she had
last
more.
one.
She
5-3.
Yeah.
Oh,
5-3.
okay.
Yeah, 5-3.
Oh,
5-3.
here I am saying I'm losing.
There are 4 tweets left.
Okay.
Each of these tweets has not one, but
Oh,
2
jeez.
words that are all capitalized. 2.
Oh, man.
2. Are they consecutive? No, not necessarily.
There's no
They
rhyme or
might be.
reason.
Wait, they
None.
might be. They might not be.
Okay.
All right, they might be. They might not be.
Oh my. I have a bad feeling about this.
I do too. I do too. All right, this next one.
Everyone take a step back.
Yeah. I
This
keep
way?
trying to-
That's
yeah.
what you look like on
All right. Love
Yeah,
it.
notice I was trying not to.
Sorry, I got so excited. I'm jumping around the stage.
Yeah, watch the camera behind you.
Gotta watch the camera.
Yeah, that's why you.
Yeah, that's why I moved. All right. Here we go. All right. These things, not the movie when visiting Disney's Animal Kingdom. Everything you're doing at everything you're doing wrong at Disney's Animal Kingdom.
Okay, who says this is, right?
Yeah, which one?
Who just went?
I just.
Okay,
That's
so
it.
it would be me.
That's it.
By the way, usually I would say Nick is reading things wrong, but no, that's actually what it
No,
says.
this one's hard to read. Yeah.
Actually, right.
These things, Not the movie. When visiting Disney's Animal Kingdom, everything you're doing wrong at Disney's Animal Kingdom.
I'm going to go with these and not.
All right, let's see. These and not. You got not, but it's wrong. No, you
I
got.
thought it was these and wrong. Yeah.
No, you got it. It's her food. It's her food to toss. Yeah, you had to get both
Whether I
right.
got it right or not.
Not and wrong. Come on, you could have gotten that. They're both negatives. Come
I
on.
didn't get the other one.
Yeah. All right, Jill.
Okay.
One of the best Festival of the Holidays treats is hiding in Epcot. Ooh, it's hiding.
I think hiding for sure.
One of the
is
best
them.
festival of the Holidays treat, hiding in Epcot.
Best and hiding.
Best and hiding. Let's see.
What do you think?
I think so.
You got it!
Oh, wow.
Best and hiding.
That was too
of
predictable.
It was.
Wow.
It's not hiding. All the booths are heavily marketed and have lots of signage.
Yeah, nothing.
All right, Eric, here you go. Your last one.
Okay. Whoa.
If you've still got room after Thanksgiving dinner, this is the place to go to get your holly and jolly on. Review the hidden holiday restaurant you don't want to miss in Disney World.
I can tell you one.
It is. It is.
Looks like a paragraph of what I'm reading.
If you've got room after Thanksgiving dinner, this is the place to go to get your holly and jolly on. Review the hidden holiday restaurant you don't want to miss in Disney World.
I would say got and gosh, I don't know what to say.
I don't know either.
Oh, I think hidden.
Got and if? Wow, okay.
No,
Let's see if
think
it's got and
hidden's
if.
up
I don't know about got and if. This and hidden.
Yeah, I thought hidden.
This
Yeah.
Hidden.
and hidden.
That sounds like.
That's what you got to emphasize, yeah.
Okay, let's see if I can get my.
All right, one last one, Jill. Does a gas station do theme park snacks better than Disney World? We tested it out.
Ooh.
Does a gas station do Disney theme parks better than Disney World? We tested it out.
Oh. I think. Well. Okay, gas station, but that's 2 words, so.
It is 2 words.
I'm gonna invest in gas station.
Invest in gas
I don't-
station. Did they emphasize gas station? Let's see. Yes, they did.
Wow, nice. Good
Wow. Jill will be tossing so much
I
food.
know.
Eric, a few
A
things.
few things. A little bit.
Food blog.
All right.
Wow.
We go to the food tossing portion of this program, which I assume
I
we
know my
walk over
clickbait.
this way.
No,
All right.
they're throwing from that.
That end?
Right
Okay.
from the right, by my desk. No, other side. No, I was wrong.
Towards your desk.
Let's walk over there.
You can't, hold on. I have to get the snows off the desk.
Yeah. Because I will hit something.
Yeah, I think you will.
Children.
And all that.
All right,
Protect your children.
so I'm going on your system here. How many foods do you get to toss?
I think it was
It was like 7, yeah.
Was it 7?
Yeah.
Okay. Everyone?
7? 7? All right. 7 to like 5, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
All
we'll
right.
give you a
All right,
5.
we got this.
Sounds good.
All right, so we'll go one at a time, and then Tom's gonna bring. Wait, Tom? No. Tom's not bringing over the food.
He's saving
All right,
his
I'm gonna bring
stuff.
over the first course.
What is the first course?
I don't know. We'll go with turkey.
Don't we have to spin the wheel?
What's the wheel do?
Oh.
Doesn't the wheel
Oh
decide the
my
food?
gosh.
Oh, does it?
What are we doing?
I don't think.
Oh
the
no,
wheel,
it decides the trash can. I'm sorry.
the wheel
Say
decides.
Sorry, the
trash
rules
can.
of this game change 8 times over the course of the week, but
So does she spin the wheel?
to pick which can, right? Does anyone know how the game is played?
No.
All I know is I have the
No one
turkey.
said a word.
Where is it? Where are we on camera? I don't even know where the camera. Oh, it's over
From
here.
there, straight in.
Who's throwing?
Jill.
Wanna go first?
Jill, you
I
have
go
to
first.
spin. You have to spin this wheel first. No, the camera's over there, so don't block the
Okay,
camera.
so I have
Oh
to
my
spin the wheel.
goodness.
From here?
Yes.
Trash can 4.
4.
Here's your
Okay.
turkey, Jill.
Is,
Yeah, I know, ill. Toss it into the trash.
Hollywood
4.
Studios.
Oh,
it's close.
So close.
Real close.
Does he get turkey?
Yeah,
now?
Eric gets
No, you
turkey
get
now.
Turkey, you got to spin the wheel.
Spin the wheel,
well.
Eric.
Spin the wheel first.
This got really complicated. This is like something I would have drawn up.
No, it's working.
It's working perfectly fine.
4.
All right, here's
My
your
favorite theme
turkey.
park, Hollywood Studios.
All
Get that
right.
turkey in there.
The green one. Oh! 1 point for Eric.
Shakalaka, that's how it's
Now
done.
we're sticky.
All right.
A little
That's
bit.
beautiful. What's
I feel
the
a little
next
bit of
course,
slipping in the
Nick?
fingers.
Throw some sweet potatoes.
Yeah.
Woo!
Jam it up.
Haters.
Jill?
Okay.
Come spin the wheel first to see where the yams will be thrown. The yams will be thrown into garbage can 5. That's World Showcase.
Man, okay, let's
World
see
Showcase.
here.
You got
no,
this.
I don't, but
No pressure.
let's try. Okay.
Just off the rim.
So close.
Hey, but that was
Lucas
that
will
was
now
a
have
good
to make
toss.
new
That was good.
trash cans for the next
For
game.
me.
I think this is going to knock down any trash can you try to throw it into.
How did you damage my desk with the yam?
John, wheel.
Oh, I'm trying to get back. It's hard to get back without crossing the camera.
Oh, he gets
Try not to trip on the cables.
spin.
Sorry, I had to get the yam.
And it's going to be on
4.
4. Here you
Hollywood
go, Eric.
Studios again. I'll
This
just
lucky
stay back
trash
here.
can.
I think you need some height on that.
Oh,
You see that
2
piece of yam?
pieces.
The garbage can carved the
So
sweet
close.
potato.
He is peeling
was
the
amazing.
yam on stage.
At least peel it.
All right,
Wow.
I would go get some more food. How about some cranberry sauce?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, what?
There's some
I'm sorry, what did you buy?
Oh,
You're throwing
God.
sauce?
Babe.
How do you throw sauce?
Cranberry sauce.
Oh, this
my
is gonna
God.
be.
What a. All right,
Jill?
who has to
Like
spin
a
the
bloody
wheel?
mess.
Please get 1.
I know, really.
Please get 1. 4.
Oh.
At least you're protecting your children.
There's
Yeah,
your
they're
cranberry
away.
sauce.
It's
Pick
fine.
it up
Oh.
and toss it in the 4.
Oh, no. Oh, wait. Son, hold on.
I think she got.
She only got like a little bit.
I'm going to count that.
Yeah.
There's cranberry sauce in the garbage can. Sorry, we couldn't afford napkins.
You're gonna love this.
The cutbacks Chapek had done.
10. There's no 10. Spin again.
6.
Why did we make
Go
a
for
spin
6.
again?
It was his idea, probably.
Wow.
2.
There you go.
Okay.
Ace, good. That's the one that already looks stained,
Got
so
it.
that's great.
You got this.
Oh,
there.
yeah,
Almost
2 to
all
1.
2.
That's you need a good
That's
spin.
gonna be a sticky wheel now.
It's fine.
Give it a-
Nick
yeah.
already touched the wheel, so it already was.
No.
It's fine. Here, take this yam back.
You don't need paper towels.
Give them paper towels. It's fine.
Oh,
I'll
mean,
allow it.
do
Are
I
those
need
mashed
before
potatoes?
this?
They're mashed
I'll wait on
potatoes.
those. Yeah.
Mashed potatoes?
I will. Well, before I spin the wheel, and then I'll.
And then, yeah, wipe your hand, spin the wheel, and then put your hand in the potatoes.
Potatoes.
Good idea.
Okay, you.
Up to you, sir.
Whose turn is it?
It's Jill's turn.
Mine again.
There's cranberry sauce on the floor.
Everything.
Always.
Okay. Oh man, I picked the right game to play. Let's go for 1.
Spin again.
Oh jeez.
4.
Oh.
It was almost 6.
Grab some mashed potatoes.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Handful.
Whatever you want. However
Oh.
much you want.
Oh.
Wow, that's a lot of mashed potatoes.
Why does it look like a snowball?
Oh, good idea.
She's making it into a snowball.
Oh, I don't
think,
know.
I don't know if I'm
know
going to
that
count
much
that
in it,
one. I don't
yeah.
know.
But you
There's
still
a
got
decent
it.
amount in there.
Is that mashed potato?
Yeah, of course it is.
Yeah, we're counting it.
Yeah.
All right. Count it. There's enough in there.
2-2. All right. Where you
What a
throwing your
great
mashed
idea for a
potatoes,
game.
Eric.
Please spin the wheel. Please get one.
Yes, 6.
4. This
Oh,
wheel
jeez.
is weighted.
I know
I
it
hate
is.
this
It
wheel.
likes
I know it
4.
is. There you go.
Let's get that handful.
Oh, wow.
big
You're
one,
going for
yep.
it all.
Roll it.
Oh, good technique.
Oh, wait. Oh, way too far.
Wow.
We said 4, not
It's
5.
next to the cranberry, so you didn't mix your toppings.
The trash cans existed for 5
All
minutes
right,
before they were
2-2.
destroyed. This is what they look like at the parks all the time, in fairness.
All right, Tom, it's time for dessert.
Is that a pumpkin pie?
It is a pumpkin
This is
pie.
a full pumpkin pie?
Oh, yeah.
Did you cut it into pieces?
Yeah, they can figure it
You
out.
didn't cut it?
Yeah, just
yeah,
grab it,
grab
just-
some.
You can grab it.
That's okay, Nick. We'll just grab. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
It would be perfect to have Chapek's face
A
on
pumpkin pie. All right, who's
Okay.
spinning? Spin the wheel, please. Please get one.
I
I bet it's 4.
Watch me pour
have
again.
a suspicion. Or spin again.
3.
Oh.
All right,
Toy Story
grab
Land.
some pumpkin
Okay.
pie.
The Toy
Much
Story
as you'd
Land
like,
garbage
or as
can.
little as you'd like. It's up to you. There you go. That's a good piece.
That's it's a piece of pie that's
I'm
been
going
made
for
into a
3.
ball.
Oh my gosh. Oh, but I knocked
Oh,
it
did
over.
it stay in?
but
Did it stay in?
Stay in.
It's
did.
in. It's in.
Nice job.
That's a good one.
Spin. What'd you say? What was
What did he
that?
say?
Winner washes their hands. The loser has to go home and steer like that.
Again.
Spin again. Wow.
Wow.
4.
Surprise! It's 4.
How
Oh,
much pie do
shocker.
you want?
My poor Hollywood
You
Studios
can take as much
garbage
as you
can.
want. You want the whole thing?
been
I want the
through it
whole
all.
thing.
I was gonna
Oh.
eat some of that.
No.
You didn't say anything.
Yeah, sure. Well, there's still a yam for you.
Oh, save Dumbo's!
I can't.
Why is
I can't.
Dumbo in the mashed potato?
Oh, that other one is
Wow.
taking a beating.
The whole
Oh,
thing.
it's gone.
It's just here.
Hey, there's a little bit of piece left.
All right.
Gosh.
Now, she took all 5 of her turns. He has 3 left.
No, I got more turns.
You got
right?
more turns.
Yeah.
You got 2 left. Never mind. I can't count.
What do I get to throw? I get to reach my hands.
What's left?
We got more turkey. We got a yam. We got a
yam?
little bit of pumpkin pie.
No, there's no pumpkin pie.
There's some pumpkin
That
pie.
doesn't
I
count.
took the rest.
There's a yam over
It's
there.
all
I
down
could
to turkey?
That's like one more
try.
yam right
Turkey,
there.
yeah, just turkey.
It's all down to turkey.
Turkey to end.
Okay.
Who's spinning
I
the
don't
wheel?
even know what
Jill.
the score is.
Jill, spin the wheel.
You're in the lead 3-2.
Spin the wheel. Here comes a 4.
Watch me pour it.
Or spin again.
Spin again. Now the
Wow.
4. And now the 4. 5.
No?
That's on 5.
Oh, okay.
That's on
It's
5.
turkey. We'll try it.
It's all turkey.
I'll go home and wash my
All
shoes.
turkey now.
Wash your shoes.
No,
No.
wrong trash
Wrong
can.
can, yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
I
do I
guess spin
spin
again.
for
Yeah, you
Spin
do it
again.
from here?
It's your last turn.
Spin again. Well, let's remove
We
the
might
spin
just
again
drag
for the
this.
next.
You might.
Spin again.
That's twice.
Does that mean I get to pick one?
No. You got 2.
Oh.
So
Okay.
right into the
okay.
ace, the ace garbage can.
Okay.
All right, you're up 4-2. That's it for
I
you.
think that was it.
Yep.
But
All
he
right.
should get to throw some more turkey.
He does.
right, you
No,
know?
he gets, yeah. So,
Turkey's probably the easiest one,
Yeah.
I think.
well, I think that's it.
Are we done?
Yeah, she got her 2.
Yeah,
That was it.
I mean, I
That's
got
it.
more, but he should still throw a turkey.
Well, he can throw a turkey if he wants.
For
Let's
fun, throw a
Throw a
turkey.
turkey.
Again, spin
You want
again.
to-
Just for fun. We're
throw a
doing great
turkey.
on time.
5.
5. Throw a turkey into 5 and let's go home. Let's go.
Let's just close it out.
I think Jill won.
One last throw. 5 is the one
Well,
with
he
all the
keeps
garbage
hitting
around
5,
it.
So.
Oh.
All right.
All right, Jill wins the first.
Woo! I know how to throw food.
Stop throwing the turkey.
Review vlog game.
Okay, now let's go find the shower.
So you're throwing turkey at me? Oh my God! Hold on. I gotta find something.
Well, no, but.
My goodness, what a
That was great.
what a mess. All right, Nick, who the hell's gonna clean this up?
Jake.
Jake? Jake's not cleaning this up. We got 48 more hours of show to do. You want Jake to clean this up? Oh no. Oh no, it's the Charmin of Song. The Charmin of Song is here.
There is a bit of a mess to clean up. Do not fear, I will help you. As we say on Pandora, Oel Nekti Velke.
What does that mean?
I see the mess.
Oh, good. You know what? You know what's great? You know what's great for cleaning up food mess? Toilet paper.
Sivako!
Oh God, that's gross. Please never clean up anything that red with toilet paper ever again. Please don't do that. Oh man. Thank you, Charmin of Song. Jake's gonna kill us. Jake is gonna kill us. What camera do I need to go on here? I don't even know. This one. That one's fine. Yeah, sure. We need to find out if we match that donation amount. We got to find out. So let's find out, shall we? Anonymous, $100. That's a good start. Camden Roy, $10. Bibbidi bobbidi bye. David Long, $30 for the tops. Noel Shornhorse, $20. Always love hearing Chapek all along. It might be the last time. Might be it. Anonymous, $7. Reminder that this week on Nintendo Switch single-handedly ended Bob Chapek's career. We have truly seen the last of him. Sam Fritz, $25. Florida State beats Florida, 45-38. And Disney fans beat Chapek 999-0. Michael Bindis, $25. Tom and the WDWNT crew are very kind and very sweet, unlike Chapek. Nicole Hines, $25. I love WDWNT. Bob Paycheck can ride his lightning lane far away from Disney. Rosita Klein, $200. Bye, Chapek, WDWNT. Best show ever. Great show tonight. Congrats, Tom. Super Chat Queen. I'm the Super Chat Queen. One. But she wrote Tom, Super Chat Queen.
Just letting you know who she is.
I know. I said her name. Said it. I don't know how much that is to be matched. Someone's got to do the math for me. But whatever was donated in the last 30 minutes will be matched thanks to a very, very kind, very sweet, very generous WIGS member. Thank you very much. We obviously have a whole lot more to go. We got 30-something thousand more dollars to go over the course of the next 47 hours. So let's get working. What's going to happen, actually, we're having a little technical glitch. Surprise. So what we're going to have to do, this stream is going to end, and there's going to be a new stream. So this stream of Just News Tonight will be separated, and it's going to be up on its own, and then a new one's about to begin. So if you're subscribed to the channel, head back to the channel. That new stream's going to pick up in just a few moments, so make sure you go find it. But then this video, you could already go watch and enjoy what has been an incredible and memorable episode of News Tonight. No, it's wasteful. Come on. You guys he threw a whole pie. One whole pie. Whole pie. Oh, man. You won't believe how much pie was thrown.
So good.
Toilet paper for cleaning yam? Wouldn't believe it. Anyway, that's it for us. I know Patrick Hackett's going to be up next with, I think we were watching along when he was on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Yeah. Oh, there's super chats coming in still. Thank you for those. But again, the place you want to donate if you can is auction.wdwnt.com because YouTube's going to take like 30 or 40% of that. But thank you, Adventures with Alicia. I do see your super chat over there. But again, please donate at auction.wdwnt.com and please, or sorry, toys.wdwnt.com and bid on the auctions at auction.wdwnt.com. shop.wdwnt.com. And remember, kids, if you can't bite, don't growl. That one's for you, Bob. Good night.